recap of last session.
Yeah.
Surprise!
So, boom. So pretty much, it was just the whole session was just going into the city, wasn't it?
Pretty
Of Boulder.
much. Yeah.
So yeah, we basically following from the zombie invasion, or undead invasion, we decided we need to go in and sort it. We went in and then we were due to do this war, but we skipped it for then to come back to it. And in going in, we got attacked by hordes and hordes of zombies, as well as I can't remember what they were, but the like group of zombies,
The zombie
like
clots.
molded clots.
Yeah.
That's it, molded together. And yeah, we held out for quite a while, but every time we killed one of the clots, it seemed to be a dick and get back up.
Or 12 times.
Yeah, the whole encounter.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we pretty much went for quite a while, and we slowly kept going down and getting back up, and then yeah, towards the end, I think we at that point had summoned a fire elemental out of Hex's ring, and that kind of did some work. And then I'm pretty sure we all went down one by one, and then was it the fire elemental who actually finished them off while we were?
I think someone killed one, and then the fire elemental killed the last one whilst you were all unconscious.
Yeah, and then that was pretty much it. And the last we knew, there was only Nettles was fully out, and the rest of us are unconscious.
Hmm.
It was going fucking crazy, right?
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
Let me
Turn it off, sorry.
Oh, so yeah, just to clarify as well, infantry can be deployed in the Vanguard Center, Reserve, or rear ranks. So they can pretty much be put anywhere if you want. Cool. Obviously, everyone gets one movement a turn besides mobile. Oh no, I think they still only have one movement, but they are a little bit more mobile when they're using like some maneuvers and stuff. So they have the option to go a little bit further. Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Ready to kick it off?
Yeah, let's go.
So I'll attack the unit in front of Jordan. With my, so I've got to...
So I believe you have to activate the unit first, which then gives you options for your maneuvers, your actions, reactions, and bonus actions. So it's kind of like regular combat in that sense.
Yeah, you can only do one at a time. You can't like attack with this one, then attack with this one, then go back and do this one's bonus action. You have to do the whole, all of its moves in one before you can do your next unit if you have more than one, right?
Yes, that's correct,
Yeah. So I'll activate my one unit.
yeah. Sick.
I feel like
I
we
would
should be as enthusiastic as they are in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I draw!
and I'll attack this one.
Okay. So, do you guys understand how this is working now? So, So, Zach has... what is your defense, actually? You've got Elven Infantry, don't you?
I've got Elf Archer, so I have +4 to attack.
Oh, sorry, I'm fucking... Yeah, my
So
bad.
that's against Ray's defense.
Exactly. So, your attack modifier, I think, is quite high, and then you roll...
My defense is 10, so I'm weak.
Yes.
You get to me.
My defense is 11, so roll against.
Also,
11.
because I have Ranger, martial advantages, archery training, each artillery unit this commander controls has advantage on power tests. That's not the attack, but that's the next one.
Yep, so if you roll your attack.
So I roll a d20 +4, so that's 24. What happens if you crit in
They
a
really were trained by Nettle.
Yeah.
combat? Does crits do anything in this?
I actually don't know. I didn't read anything about crits.
No.
Unfortunately, I think for this first time, no. Yeah, I don't think it would.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that's. Then I need to do a power check.
Mm-hmm.
Have advantage on your toughness.
And it's
So
13.
you take
toughness.
one casualty.
Yes. So
And then
Ray's
we
HP's went from 6 to 5. If you'd like to just add that in, Ray.
14 or 16.
Yeah.
So I've got 16 or 18 on my power. 18.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
you
why
do
it's
2 damage. So you're on 4 HP, Ray, on that centermost unit.
Ooh, damn.
Cool, that makes sense. What are you doing for the rest of your turn, Zach?
That's it. I'll stand still. No, reload their bows.
Okay. Sure. Cool, Jordan.
Yeah, I'll use the action to attack the unit as well.
Yep.
So it's +4 for attack with the inventory. Yeah, boy.
So
Yeah, that hits.
16, sick. And then, so +2 to the next roll. Damn, that's so close to a 20 on that.
So that only does 1.
Yeah.
Damage, cool.
So Ray's. What happens when Ray's unit's diminished? Does he have anything on that? Because he's reached half his casualty die, I believe.
Yeah.
first time.
So this is the thing. He doesn't have. This is like a very out there scenario, but because he's zombies, he doesn't suffer from morale. So because he's diminished, it actually doesn't matter to the zombie horde because they're not like, oh shit, we're dying. They don't care. They're like mindless beasts just surging forward. But for
okay,
most
so literally
people,
cannot be diminished. I see. My
yeah.
bad.
For most people, you're right. At this point, Ray would start having to make morale checks to keep his units on the battlefield.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Cool. Ray, it's you.
I'm going to, with the first unit, just attack Jordan's. So I'll roll d20. It's +2 to hit. So that's 17. So it's 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That would hit,
Simple.
yeah.
And then it is going to roll. Sorry, let me check. So I have +1 power, so I roll another d20 against your toughness. So what's your toughness?
12.
That's another 17, so
Nice.
18.
So
That's
yes, I've
2.
taken 2 damage total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm down to 4.
And I can activate both my units at the same time, can't I? So I've done one action now. The first.
You don't
unit's action.
activate them at the same time. This is what activation means. It's like if you activate this one, it means you have to take your turn with that unit first, even though they all share the same initiative. But next turn, if you activate this one first, that means that one can go first on your initiative. Does that make sense?
Wait, so I can't do anything with the second unit now?
You still use the other unit.
Yes.
It's just like you can't go back and use your bonus action on this one after you've started attacking with this.
It's almost like a malleable sub initiative. Like for this turn, you're saying this one's going first, then that one's going second. But next turn, you can swap that around.
Okay, cool. So I think for this turn I can just move it. So I'm just gonna move it 1 space up, and that's it.
Great. Something to bear in mind: does your Eternal stop his harrowing ability?
Let me just check here. So harrowing.
Oh, so is that something you guys need to do? Because he's got harrowing, you have advantage on your morale test to actually attack them. But if you fail that, you can't actually attack them that turn.
Okay. So I need to roll a d20.
Yeah.
And do I need to do that as well?
No, this is something you need to roll 2, John. Zach, you need to roll 2 as well. This is something that, because you guys are undead, like they're scared of you. So they need to make like morale checks to actually successfully attack you. So they have
11.
advantage because they're elves.
Yeah.
You get one more roll, Jordan. We have advantage.
10 out of 10.
Right, so
11
Jordan, what's
should be-
your
So
morale?
it has to be 11 because it's 10 plus this unit's tier.
Yep. And
So what's your? Do you have morale? Do you have? Oh, your morale's +0.
So,
So that wouldn't have hit that one.
so give yourself 1 HP back, Row.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Cool, but that makes sense, right? And Relentless is effectively the same thing as like the zombies coming back after they die. If Ray goes to 0 HP, he makes a power check. If he succeeds above a 1, he comes back with 1 HP.
Motherfuckers.
So yeah, this is this is about to be a slogfest.
This is This is last session again.
Yeah.
Cool, but I think we kind of got an understanding now. So, and you moved your guys up, Ray. Also, bear in mind that there are the maneuvers you get to use as well. So there's stuff like, follow up, feint, all that kind of shit. Rally.
You should start retreating to your left, Jordan, to get away from Ray's
Well,
avenue.
they can get. You also have opportunity attacks, don't you? Essentially.
Yes.
They can follow up, but can they actually attack?
Yeah, they can
I don't think
follow
they
up
could-
and move, or I think they.
Yeah, but the follow up just moves into that position. I don't think they can actually attack
I think.
you.
Oh yeah, I think Zach's right. I think. Yeah. For now, we'll just go by the maneuvers because I think the maneuvers are pretty much outside of attacking dictate what you can do, and I think there might be more maneuvers based on your fucking organization as well. But
We're like mercenaries, aren't we?
yes. So you guys are a martial regiment, which I believe gives you access to a few more maneuvers. Cool. But yeah, it's back to you, Zach.
I'll attack the first one again.
Yep. You got to roll the is this the powering ability thing? So you got to roll twice.
That's just my attack, 'cause that was an 11 to hit.
Well, before you attack, you have to make the morale check to actually.
No, if you pass it, you're not affected by.
Oh,
the
did
rest
you
of the battle.
pass it? Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I got 11 and 14. So.
Nice.
Nice.
So 11 to hit?
11 just hits. That's my toughness. Matches.
Mhm.
20. 19.
Damn.
So it's 2 more damage for that unit.
Yeah.
And
You
then
guys are
I'm
full
gonna
on just
move
brought
back
mortars
over
into
to
the
this wall
battlefield.
a bit.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Cool. I will move back that way. So yeah, I think you can do a follow-up. Ray wanted? I don't know.
Yeah. Can I do like an opportunity attack though?
So
So
I think you do something called a follow-up, which when the unit is break or moves out of its space, you can make a command test. So you roll a d20 and add your command modifier. If you succeed on above an 8, which you do, you can then move this one up instantly.
Ooh.
So
Sweet.
that's you like just chasing them because effectively, yeah, you get
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
You sprung my trap card.
you spunk.
No.
He spunked.
I'm gonna then attack, and I have a rogue martial ability. If an infantry or artillery unit commander controls moves before it attacks, it has +2 to attack test. The activation,
Nice.
and I can move 1 space after it attacks.
So that's cool.
So do I have to roll the 2d20s before I attempt to attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
You make
So
it. You
if
do
that
make it.
passes-
Just, I think.
Yeah.
That's +4. So that would hit.
Yep.
Oh, well, no, +6. And then
So that auto hit puts Ray. Ray needs to make the relentless DC 13 power test. 'Cause it's on 1 HP, I believe.
Whew, of course he does.
Take it.
Oh, of course he does.
Zombies never die.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. I was just on 1 HP.
Oh, because you got his
Wait,
1
no.
HP back, didn't you? From I think that last turn, which might have been the confusion.
Well, Jordan still
Yeah.
hit him, I think, with the power check. So
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2.
Nice.
And then because I can move after I've attacked, can he attack diagonally? Or do you have to be side to side?
That is a good question. I think.
you can move
Either way
diagonally.
for now.
You can also move diagonally. So it wouldn't.
Let me see.
I'll move there either way. I mean,
yeah,
either way, next turn is
adjacent. So that's front, behind, left, or right. They cannot attack diagonally,
Oh, okay, in that case, then I'll go
Yeah.
there. Just move up.
which makes sense actually, because it's kind of that'd be like one man fighting one man on the corner of their units. Like it would. Cool.
Touching tips.
Yeah. Ray, it's you.
I'm going to activate the first one here.
Mhm.
First, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to attack. So it's a d20 plus 2. It's 3, so that doesn't hit.
That's correct.
No.
And then this one, I'm going to just move it 1 space.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Nice. Zach, it's you.
I'm going to attack the far one now.
Yep.
So that's D20. 17, so that hits.
Hits, yeah.
And then a 12
I have this
12
13 toughness to
power.
beat.
So I only do one point of damage to you there.
Yeah.
To the fire unit.
So to clarify as well, you can't move your units diagonally either.
I'll
Do
just
you have... Oh,
put mine there then. It's the same thing, really.
Yeah.
so do you have +1 power? Zach.
I have +2, but I rolled a 10. 10 plus 2. So
Oh,
it's
10
12.
plus 2. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled 2d20 because I have
Nice.
advantage.
Cool.
Cool, is it? My turn, was it?
Yeah, your turn
Yeah.
now.
Sound. I'll attack the unit next to me. So 2d20s to see if I can.
So how much HP do you have, John, just to clarify?
4.
Okay, so you're not yet diminished.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can attack it. So d20.
Well, you've done 1 point of damage, right? So does Ray have to check every single time? So the first point should have been enough for Ray to.
Yeah, to knock me out, yeah. So I
So
roll a
Ray should have to roll
d20,
twice, I guess.
and that's him down.
Oh, cool, he's dead.
Yeah, boy.
Remember
And
whose side
then-
you're on, Ray?
Yeah.
I'll stay where I am.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be 2 seconds because my dog's being a right bitch at the minute. One sec.
Ray, it's you.
Just going to move 1 point there. I can't do anything else, can I? Is there any cool...
I'm
maneuvers or-
looking now because I'm pretty sure you should. There is like a running mechanic. Yeah, so you can
also can't
actually
move
you can
diagonally,
march.
remember?
You can march Ray with your action, which allows you to move 2 units. So for the sake of this,
But I can't check, yeah.
You
yeah.
can't
Well-
move diagonally.
yeah, well, yes, that's
That?
true. You can only move like up and down, but because we, this
Yeah.
is the first time we're doing this. Obviously, if you were marching for the previous turns, you would be there. So we
Yeah,
will
that's
just
okay.
yeah. So yeah, just to clarify, activations: you can attack another unit, use a magic item, attempt to maneuver, or move 1 additional space.
Yeah,
Or
so that's
do
cool. So
nothing, which is called holding.
Yeah, and that's the end of my turn, so because I've used my action to dash, basically.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool. Zach, it's you.
Give me a quick second. What am I looking for?
What did I miss? Did Ray dash? Did I hear?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
so I just went through some of the things that you can do upon activation. So that is attack another unit, use a magic item, attempt to maneuver, or move 1 additional space. Obviously, Ray would have been marching, like rushing with his zombies if he knew about that. So we just reactively, or like whatever the word is, put them forward.
Sound.
And now Zach is attacking.
Okay, so I'll attack Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Do you get disadvantage because like we're up close or anything, or doesn't matter?
Like this isn't like in a sense of combat like in D&D where 5 foot. Like this is like that might be 100 foot like in between your
Yeah.
armies, like outside of the front people. So it doesn't make as much of a difference, I don't believe.
13 to hit.
Just hits, yeah.
Okay, and then 2 more.
Do the harrowing thing.
He doesn't need to.
You
'cause
only
he
if you
succeeded.
succeed once, you don't have to check again.
Oh,
really?
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
that's minus
18.
2. Damn.
And then
s- cool.
I'm gonna move back, and I'm gonna use the find cover trait.
And what does that do if you want to read that out for us?
Oh, you just link it quickly and then read it, so you can see it. Oh,
So, as a reaction to moving, this unit can make a DC-13 command test. On a success, any opposed unit attacking this unit has disadvantage on attack tests until its next activation.
so my command is +0, so just a d20.
And I believe you can follow up if you wish, Ray.
16, so I make it.
Yeah, so follow up was
You
D20, isn't it?
You need to make a command test of DC-8.
6 plus, sorry,
Failed
what is my command?
So +1, so you don't make that. So you
7.
actually just stay there.
Yeah.
Cool. That makes sense.
How are zombies better at following orders then? Trained elf archers.
I'm going to dash there then. So
You
I'll
can't go
start-
diagonally?
No, so
Oh,
if I
yeah,
dash,
so I see.
like,
Yeah.
and then up. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then that's me.
Cool. Ray, so you again?
He was going to chase down the to go for the infantry, so it's D20. That hits, and another D20. 13. So what's your toughness?
Toughness is 12.
So I believe you
Yeah.
take 2 points of damage, and you also need to start making morale checks, Jordan.
Yeah. So D20 was it? +0. What morale do I actually have to hit?
I
as well?
believe you need to...
DC 13 for diminished.
Yeah. What, you're on 2 HP though, aren't you, Jordan?
Yeah.
So is that the stage below that? Can't remember off the top of my head, because this...
As far as I know, let's have a look.
Yeah.
No, I think as far as I know, you get diminished the first time you reach half your max die, and then after that, unless they forced you to make it, nothing until you're broken.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I'm assuming in 18 would have passed
Yes,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
This-
13. If you fail it, you just take an extra casualty.
Yeah.
That
Because
makes
it's like
sense.
Really?
people running.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, no, you're right, Zach. Cool. Nice. Is that you now, Zach?
Yes. So I'll shoot Ray again. 50.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh, I've got one more.
So just one
Yeah.
one hit.
10 too low on the toughness.
13 toughness.
Okay.
Just one hit.
Yeah, just one point.
2 HP. And
And
is it my go?
then-
Is Jordan first?
Cool. I'll attack as well. I don't think I've passed the Harrowing for this unit, so
Yeah, you did. You passed it on the second turn.
Yeah.
I thought that was against the other one. I don't think I've attacked this one yet, have I?
Oh, that's
Did
true. Yeah.
Or did I attack it and
No.
move back? No, I did attack it and move back, didn't I? Either way, it's
But-
passed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, he's done it.
And then I failed the attack. I will. I will.
We can
move back.
attack you if we wanted.
And I'll try to follow up, chase him down. So D20. No, I don't chase him down.
Which it makes sense. Like thematically, your command would be really low because you're not really, you don't have that sort of training. So you're just kind of like lolling about, I guess. Nice. Jordan,
that's me.
cool.
My go. So I'm going to chase down Jordan's because they're looking a bit weaker, and I'm going to go try and attack. So 16 hits,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
D20 again. 7 plus 1, so it's just 1 HP.
Yeah, 1 HP. Dave, Daniel.
Yep. And because you've made your diminished check already, you don't make that again.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, I left the game.
Sick.
Rage quit.
Yeah. Zach just retreats his troops out, leaves the lobby. We never hear from him again. It's you, Zach.
I'll shoot Ray. Shocking, I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. the plot thickens. He shoots Jordan's troops.
That hits.
There's 10 hits, yeah?
Oh, it's plus 4, isn't it?
Yes, it's +4 to my attack.
So
You're
12
right, yeah.
hits. Yeah, so yeah.
Good.
We're really struggling with
If
the
I
simple
miss the
addition
first
here.
attack, you don't make the power, do you? You just failed the attack if your attack doesn't get past their defense.
That's right, yeah. Because
Yeah.
like the power is like the the force of the swing effectively.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
17 for the second
So
hit.
that brings me down to 0 HP. So I'll roll a d20, and they go back up again with 1 health.
He's coming for you, Jordan.
Move over here, and just to be safe, we're going to find cover again. That's 13. Okay, we failed. Find cover.
Cool. Jordan, is you?
I'm going to attempt to move.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to follow up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's a d20. Yeah, I follow up.
Motherfucker.
He
And
smells
then-
blood.
You get +2 though, Jordan, don't you? On your
Yeah, I was about to say I'll attempt to attack and then I get +2 on it. So.
Mhm.
finish him.
Motherfucker.
Ugh.
And then yeah, that is me.
Cool. My turn, is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Going to try attack Jordan. Sorry. That's a
Okay.
2 miss. That's the end of my turn. Then I don't think. What else could I do? Is any maneuvers?
Let's see. So,
Finish him.
Yeah.
there probably is, but I haven't really looked through the maneuvers too much. If I'm being completely honest. You can set for charge as a reaction to suffering a casualty from a successful attack from a cavalry unit or aerial unit that is not using the archer's trait. This unit makes a DC 13 command test on success. The attacking unit suffers 1 casualty. Oh wow.
There is like a zombie section somewhere in the book, isn't there, for zombie
Yes,
units?
I
but
think-
don't wanna...
Yeah, there's like an undead kingdom thing that probably has a bunch of books in. What? You know what I mean. Let me.
Undead Dominion. Yeah, there we go. So let me just check. I just can't see like maneuvers in general on this sheet.
Yeah. Let's see. No.
Page 116.
Oh, here we
mate.
go. So, infect as a reaction when an adjacent opposed unit breaks. Make a command test against that unit's toughness. On success, the undead dominion immediately reforms unit with 1 casualty and takes control of it. Wow. So if you kill Jordan's unit, it comes back as like zombies.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's fucked up. That's what that
Yeah,
is.
sweet.
And I think that might be it.
That's a pretty big thing to be fair, but
Yeah.
yeah, cool. That's my end of my turn anyway. So let's see.
Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, cool. Like, I'm happy it wasn't something that we haven't been utilizing. That could have been like a massive
Yeah.
change. Nice. So whose turn is it now?
Who's that?
Zach.
Fine, I believe.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, Jack, do you have the Illrigger book? Oh, that misses.
The Illrigger document. Yes, I do.
Ah, yeah.
Let me quickly.
Which didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing until he was referencing it in his video.
Yeah, no, I played an Illrigger. They're really fun.
Are they?
Yeah.
It sounds cool in the description of it.
Yeah, they are. I honestly, like I've mentioned Illriggers before. I was surprised you didn't look into them, but I guess that's why, because you just didn't cock. Okay, I'll have to send it on Dropbox.
Sure,
So...
you've sent it before.
It is
'cause I
on
feel-
D&D specific, yeah, because it was near
in the
next to
pins.
Blood Hunter and Beast
Oh,
Heart and
it's probably pinned. It's probably pinned then.
Not pinned, but it must be
Yeah.
one of the ones you labeled. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it real quick. You guys carry on, and I'll.
Just have to suicide my
Yeah.
next character. Oh, I see it. I see it. Right.
Could you pin it for me as well, please?
Oh, if I can, yeah.
Sure.
I can do it.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
I missed my attack, so it's Jordan's turn.
I'm gonna dash and just fucking run for my life.
You know, just to clarify, Jordan, if you dash this direction and you get off the past the blue, that means you've successfully saved that unit and it runs away.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
Yeah,
You can't return back to this battle
exactly.
until the battle's over.
But you might want to do that instead of losing the entire unit of men. Just something to keep your options open.
Yeah, maybe position yourself. Like, try and get behind me if you can. I'll try. And
Behind you is literally off the battlefield.
I was about to say, I was going to move forward. Is what I meant.
Get behind me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some units get like a maneuver where they can force a unit to move back. So that's like a pretty cool thing you can do in a niche situation where you can just force a unit to basically leave.
It's quite a robust little sub game.
Yeah, quite cool.
Cool. Jordan, it's you. Oh, sorry, Ray, it's you.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to.
Obviously, you could use your reaction to try and follow up if you wanted to do.
I did. I failed it. Yeah. So I'm
Oh.
going to rush up twice and go for Jordan.
Oh,
17 hits.
Well,
Can you move 2 spaces?
no,
in
that
Oh, I
would be,
dashed. Sorry, did I? I dashed. Sorry, that's the end of my turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
that would be OP.
I was about to say,
You think you're
they're on
saving
their
your
knees
units?
at this moment.
Yeah.
They're praying.
Cool. Zach's you.
What's the word we use for it? The thing where you have like a guy on either side where they're being
Pincer.
flanked. Is that a thing in
No,
Warfare?
I don't believe so. Like, you can't flank 100 men.
I mean,
No, you can, though, like, the armies do that,
flanking,
though,
like,
like-
literally an army maneuver
Okay.
to have people
no.
Alright.
You're completely right. You can, but yeah. As soon as I said that, I was like, that was fucking stupid. Like, that flanking in that term, I think, is like the more common way to use it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I'll just make an attack. Oh, for fuck's sake.
God, it really is the fucking zombie class.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not good.
Jordan.
And then I'll move back.
You can follow
okay.
up. Oh wait, no, you
Try and
can't
fight
follow up.
cover.
You can't follow up.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can because Zach's top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. But okay. I did not successfully find cover.
And the guys, because they followed up, they're right next to you. Cool. Jordan, it's you.
If I dashed past him, he could No, he's already used his reaction. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm getting the fuck out of there. I'm just running. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
I go.
Thing is,
so?
if I get killed, it's going to be worse because he'll have 2 armies. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you need to tell yourself, bro.
but my guys will rest easy at night. Don't you worry.
Jordan's guys are Iffeldin as well, literally monster
They're
hunters.
supposedly trained elite monster killers running away from zombies.
Ray, it's you.
I rolled. I missed.
Zach, it's you.
I'm
Well,
also
actually,
going
sorry,
to roll.
it's 10 actually. Does 10 your
My fence is 10.
Yes, it
So
would.
that
does
does hit.
hit,
Like
actually.
that's Zach's thing. It's like he can do a lot of damage anywhere on the map, but he's like once you're up close, he's like very easy to hit.
Yeah, I did 1 damage. So.
So I take 5. I mean, I take 1.
Mhm.
I just
Fucking
instantly
broken.
wiped out. So I'll attack Ray. +4, come on. There we go, 18 to hit.
Yeah.
that reduce
So
you to
that
0?
lets me down. So I'll roll a d20.
Come on,
Back up
Ray.
again.
Come on.
And then I'll attack again. 10, 12. 12 does 12 hit?
Yeah. That's 12 hits. So I'll roll another d20. And I'm down.
He's dead.
Nice.
Ray,
Well
you're not
done,
meant to
boys.
want to win as well. You know that, right?
To be fair, I think I was more excited than Ray was.
We're just going to be a military TPK as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Does that-
So
Army gets wiped out and the... sorry.
no, yeah. In cases where this would have actually been like you would have done this before you fighting the zombie clots originally,
Mhm.
and that
Is
would
it
have.
not happening at the same time? Like, they're battling in the background while we're fighting the zombie clots?
It does, but obviously it doesn't make sense to do that mechanically at the same time because it's just elongs
Yes.
out the whole process. But in the battle with the bosses, you would have actually gotten an opportunity to use a bonus action to move half your movement and get an additional attack because of the morale surge of you having won the battle.
So everyone each got one of them, is it? So like,
We
an
would've
extra
got
heal
advantage
basically.
on
So
that
that would have been
Yeah.
pretty good. So.
So there is like that's why you typically would do this sort of thing first, I believe. But no, that makes sense. And now, what's the name of your unit, Zach?
Elven Archers.
Cowards. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. That was Jordan's.
Didn't they have a name like the Bronze Arrows?
Yeah, they're the bronze bows.
Bronze Bows. That's right.
They're now veterans.
They would dispatch the zombie, this battalion, I guess, of zombies that were hoarding and raving out the city. And the town, sorry. And as he looks back towards the town, you can see multiple other hordes appearing, coming through in between the gaps in the buildings, only to instantly drop dead seconds later. They would once more enter the town of Moulder Ground, and they would find the unconscious forms of the majority of the leadership of the Company of the Bronze Lion, also quickly dispatching of a fire elemental with like a flurry of arrows whilst they were there, returning them back to the keep.
They'll spend the whole way back bitching about the Ithilden.
Yeah, fucking
Making sure Jordan can hear.
Bunch of pussies.
Shade better be fucking raging.
To be
Look,
fair,
they were the B team. All right, that's all I'm saying.
something to bear in mind as well, I think, but due to the amount of
Embarrassing.
casualties that you did suffer, Jordan, I think you can only recover now up to a D4 unless you actively recruit more men.
Okay.
Like, it's done by die decrements. So, like, if your unit was a D12 in size, if it got to, like, 6 HP, for example, it would go back to a D6. But if it went to 7 HP, it would, like, recover back to a D8.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that you can obviously...
D8.
Huh?
Jordan started with D8.
No, I'm
No,
just
no,
giving an
it's a D6.
example.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, if he had a D12 unit and they went down to 6, he could only recover to 6, but if he went to 7, he could go to 8. Because
If I was a
by die
D8, I would have
decrements.
been running like a pussy, old mate.
Yeah.
Mm.
But no, that was good. Yeah.
Nettle's corpse slumped on the throne.
Slumped. Yeah, they're like weekend at Bernie's right now. What shall we do? But as you guys are all returned, I think it would be safe to say a couple of days goes past as you are recovering from your wounds. As both Mother is indisposed in the Astral Sea, as you're awaiting for the Archmage of Daedric to come to the Roaring Citadel, and Nettle lays deceased, that would make Shade the acting commander of the Company of the Bronze Lion. So, Jordan, what would you be doing in this time? What would your commands be? The men would
Merc
be...
got his little face.
Yeah.
He's got bad ideas.
Yeah.
It'd just be a case of essentially regrouping and like knowing that Mother, like Nettles is gone, so we would have to get Mother kind of ASAP Rocky.
Mm-hmm. But
Poet's
obviously...
on as well, so it's been a pretty big hits in the last day.
Yeah.
While
Oh.
there's no witnesses, Jordan's been spending a lot of time with Scally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Can't resist myself. It's a gilf. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Jeez.
Remember Dom in like year 8?
But... Oh, God.
what's that?
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, Dom had the granny porn bed joke
Oh
over age, didn't
shit!
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
Left porn on his tablet.
Oh, man.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Anyway, as you guys obviously are waiting for the wizard to come, it might be a couple of days at the very least, which will give you an opportunity to actually start, like, doing stuff. You obviously have a few things to sort of think about now. There are, the deceased. What are your orders there? Like, how are those to be tended to? How are you mobilizing the company in this time frame? On the second day, the morning of the second day, you will receive a report from your scouts that will let you know both Daedric and Rovna are mobilizing forces towards Moulder Ground. In the aftermath of the zombie attack on the settlement, the villagers have been quickly fleeing the town as refugees, the majority of which are now settling outside the walls of the Company of the Bronze Lion's Roaring Citadel. It seems to you, Jordan, as you've seen this sort of thing happen before in other countries, that this is very quickly going to become a permanent settlement, as these do in most times. And as the acting commander, it would be for you to name this place.
Or the place just outside the
The new town that has sprung up outside the the Roaring Citadel.
You know. Can I think about it?
No, you have to decide right now.
There's an army of people stood there like,
Yeah.
what's our town called? Tell us now!
The place.
But yes.
Call it like Bronze Sanctuary, something like that.
Once again, we've fucked up and somehow like done really well off it.
It's because no one knows you fucked up currently.
Yeah, in classic company fashion.
Yeah, we profit from. Well, you are in the war business. You're
Yeah, this is true.
What about the corpses of the deceased men and the commander?
Bury the men, and we'll do like a service for them. With anyone who's like related to the like Mother's Grove can do kind of a ritual or whatnot to send them off. And then the commander, obviously not knowing anything, I'll say that we're keeping him, but I will put him in that
Chest of
pressure
preserving.
box in case he wants to go. Yeah, in case, resurrection wise, when we do get Mother, there's a potential. But I won't let the men know that. I'll pretend he's getting buried in the chambers below or something.
Oh, okay. So
Freaks out in like 2 years'
So it's
time
not
when Nettle
creepy for the whole. The thing is, it's not creepy when the four of us know it. When the whole place knows that we've got a box, something buried in a fucking box.
Shoved into a freezer.
Yeah.
Like bend him in half to squeeze him in.
So, out of curiosity, would the men even know he's dead? Like, would that be something that you would like spread the word of? Because realistically, it would only be the one unit that directly answered to Nettle that would be aware, which I guess really makes that question a bit moot.
Yeah, I'd let him know. I wouldn't say I'd say he's been wounded like greatly to the point where we're not sure if he'll recover or not. So he's in recovery, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
not to spread kind of any fear at the minute,
Mhm.
but
Nettle's
at least
taking
they'll
turn.
know why I'm stepping up, so they won't just think,
Just out of curiosity on that front, like mechanically speaking, what happens to Nettle's units if he's dead? Do they just kind of go their own way, or do they stay with the company? Specifically, like the Giant and Etin.
Well,
Do we lose?
that would be up to Shade.
But they're not just going to go, okay, Nettle's dead, I'm going to leave. As long as the company wants to keep them, they'll hang around, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
They're paid
Okay.
like him, so.
Yeah.
Like
And then,
they will obviously, they if Shade isn't dismissing them, they will stay with the company.
yeah.
I love
And
the-
then because it was like a Rangers Grove,
That-
like this area surrounding,
That would go.
will change.
That will go
Okay.
because what happens there is that
Based on the new command.
Nettle was attuned to the castle, which was creating that effect, which is now gone.
Okay.
So technically now this would be the same effect as like the Rogue's Tavern, I think, because Jordan is currently in command of the organization.
Changes that quick, huh?
However, both Tom and Jerry and Tiny they won't be incredibly keen to stick around unless Jordan has enough charisma to keep them around. Now you can only have a number of retainers up to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. So what is that?
my charisma's 13 plus 1.
So +1. So you could keep one of. You have a follower already? So you could you can swap one of the 3, or you can keep. They will go.
Who's more useful out of the two ends?
Well, this. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to sort of. Make an intelligence check for me. The old saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1, and that's kind of what you're basing this decision off.
2 heads are better than 1 then.
But bear in mind, if you keep them, that means that Ellie would leave your service as well. You can only have 1 retainer.
Oh, so I can only have 1 retainer total?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it makes that a bit more of a bigger
Yeah.
decision. Well, actually, technically,
Well, I say, what was that charisma then?
Well,
'Cause if mine
this is the
plus
thing,
what?
because the lieutenant has a minimum of 2, and the fucking commander has a minimum of 3 because of their rank, their seniority.
Bitch.
So technically, you would be able to keep them around until, because you would be the acting commander. You could keep them around until the new commander is installed, and then a decision would have to be made then.
We'll do that then, yeah, for now.
Yeah, no,
Seems
sorry,
right.
that makes sense. Now, as like on the first day, whilst you're still resting, Dread will come up to you and explain that her last command was obviously to travel to New Anfang to retrieve kindness. She still plans on following that directive, but obviously you have the final say there.
I feel like yeah,
Mhm.
even though it'd be ideal to keep her, but if last wishes before of the
Absolutely.
previous commander and all that, and obviously the business that happened with kindness, we do need to find out what went on there.
Yeah.
So I think you still carry on with that.
She will also request, obviously not knowing about the condition of Nettle just yet, to take the chest of preserving with her, because it will give the officers a chance to be revived if any of them are to be felled in the new country and be brought back to the Grove and resurrected.
See, it's difficult because
How
I'd
many-
say no, but obviously,
You can
Would,
put Nettle
would
to
Dredd be
rest.
very aware of that though?
so I say I know I can put Nettle to rest,
Hmm.
but do you know what I mean? Shade wouldn't. So it's
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. You can, I guess, you can make a meta decision on that from like a player perspective, because like from Nettle's personality, if you commune with his spirit, he would say, "Bring me the fuck back." So, like from a meta gaming, I guess, you can just put Nettle to rest.
I suppose
If that's
the
okay
decision
to
is
say. I don't know if I should have said
that
that.
isn't, but
Okay, sorry.
literally
something.
metagame into its finest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something to bear in mind though. Like, obviously, the wizard, like at a maximum, is going to be like what, a 10-day from coming here, and that's like an absolute maximum, which should give you enough time to still resurrect Nettle once Mother returns, if Mother returns. The thing to bear in mind there is that the resurrection magics of the Grove are very powerful. So I think there is like a 10-day grace period where he can just safely decompose somewhere on the grounds without actually having to be interred. I don't.
And if
Yeah.
not, there are other ways, aren't there, if it really comes to it? So I suppose that would comfort in him knowing that. So we'll just slump his body somewhere and no, we'll keep his body again out of like somewhere safe, somewhere quiet.
Which
and
is
then probably in the catacombs that we've been in.
makes sense.
We know they're pretty empty. People are fucking shit scared of it, so they ain't gonna go down there on their own.
Something to bear in mind as well, like there are some of Nettle's belongings that are still left. On his being. One of them being the Crimson Blade that he took the night before he passed, or the night of his death.
I'd take it, but I wouldn't wear it.
You
But
just have
I'd
them
keep it,
in a
I'd
chest
keep
somewhere.
it on me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd keep it on me, but I wouldn't like attune to it or use it or anything.
Cool. And as you're kind of like giving out these directives, and Dredd starts making her journey now towards the new country, one of the guards that typically, watches the gate will come to you and will say, "Sir, my lord, there are people at the gate wishing to speak to you."
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine with me.
One of them is claiming to be Mother, but as I've seen it with my own eyes, it definitely is not Mother.
Interesting. I'll have a conversation with her if
Yes.
you bring me to her.
And one of them's a Hydroon, sir.
Is a what? Sorry.
Oh, a what?
A what?
You're a wizard, Harry. A Hydroon, sir. the men from the. You Oh, how do I explain this? Have you ever come across Vigafari, sir?
Not that I can recall, no.
Yeah, they hail from Caldertoft. More of a tribal folk, pagans, typically. Big goat men, stand about 10, 12 foot tall. Very sort of old, I guess. Been around a long time.
Okay. Just when you think the world can't get any weirder, should I say? Wilder.
Well,
Yeah. And he says, "All right, if you'd like to follow me, sir, I'll take you." And he will lead you to the top of the gatehouse overlooking the bridge, the entrance to the keep over the ravine. And halfway across the bridge, in between, on either side of him, two members of the company, you can see the described figure to you. Zach, if you'd like to give a description of Oragog.
So what you see is a very large humanoid figure. Like he's about 12 foot tall. Like clad in full plate, helmet, and everything. His armor's mostly pretty normal. Looks quite old and worn out. Quite a few dents in it. On the shield, there's like a engraving of a blue dragon. And he's got a
Is it like enameled? Like, I'm just wondering how the engraving's blue.
coloured.
Okay.
Scraping.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And he's got a big, the shield's flipping massive because obviously he's so big. It's like a normal size shield to him, but to your average person, it's flipping massive. And he's got again a almost comically large flail to go alongside that, kind of like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. His stupidly big flail, that kind of size. And when he takes his helmet off, which I suppose he wouldn't be wearing here, you'll see he's got a kind of long white hair and a long white beard, both braided, and then two white horns coming out of his head.
Nice.
And something that catches your eye actually is, you're looking at these figures that have come to the gate. You can see the humanoid standing next to him who's claiming to be Mother. There's also a walking out from behind the, I guess, the shade of the larger man. There seems to be a humanoid mammalian creature wearing almost like an admiralty uniform, smoking a pipe. You would recognize this, Jordan, as a hippo. Like he's a hippo man.
Okay.
But your character obviously wouldn't know what a hippo is.
Nice.
Mother speaks up as enough of your staring. Can I come in now? Long journey.
So, if you are a mother, why?
Why do I look fucking old? Because it was a long fucking journey.
What happened then? How am I meant to believe that you are who you say?
Last time I saw you was with Nettles. He cut the bag. That was a wrap for me. And since then, it's been a journey to get back. Fought something like the Banshees we fought. Actually, you weren't there that time. Fought something that sapped my life away. From what I can gather, 40 to 50 years.
Yeah,
where is the captain? I need he deserves a slap.
Well, I mean, you're looking at him, I'm afraid. Your slap might not be very useful at this point. He has passed.
Bag got him?
No,
Bag?
no, he managed to escape that, luckily. Or should I say you took it with you? But now we had a zombie invasion quickly after you left, and he didn't survive us taking it down.
How long's it been since I've been away?
Been about a week roughly, hasn't it? Just under. By the time we've rested up and stuff.
about 3-4 days.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, a few
context,
days,
you guys have walked from like in between Diedrich and I can't remember the name of the place. You guys walked here from roughly Herhausen.
Cool. Yeah, so pretty tired. Sorry, I'm just trying to drag my character sheet on, but it's not updated with my new photo of Mother.
Right.
He got a new photo and everything.
Yeah.
So sad.
Unfortunately, the image was too slim. So unless you wanted the entire circle to be like a close-up of her face, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Can I just put in the chat? I wonder. So
Yeah.
Community specific. So she just looks a bit older, a little bit more regal looking, and
Oh.
I suppose there's a lot to oversee. If you don't mind, I'll be back a couple hours. Where's Dread? If you see her, tell her to meet me in my chambers, and she'll head off. And before she goes, she'll say to what's your character, Nettle? Sorry,
Olgok.
Olgok. My friend here helped me get him back. Make sure you can see him to our tavern. He's also had a long journey to get here.
Yeah, he's been described. Yeah, I have heard of him. Who's this? What's this? The other one.
You're muted there. Oh, I don't know.
Huh. Good day, sir. How goes it?
This is Major, Master, Pilot, and I don't know. He talks a lot. Stuff together.
And civil gentleman at your service.
Interested. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I mean, come in, have some food. We'll.
Yes. Have you got any of these? Oh, what was it? What did you say, young girl? There was a certain treat that I came here to try.
I'm trying to think what it was. I can't remember.
Pineapple or something like that.
Yeah, one of these apples of pines, perhaps. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait.
What's it like feeling hunger for these guys after spending time in the Astral Sea?
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be a really uncomfortable feeling having not been hungry for.
Well, you technically still wouldn't be hungry.
Yeah.
Just
Really?
yet. Oh, it's been a few days.
Okay.
Like, you guys would keep up on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be unusual.
Got
for
over
sure.
the initial shock of needing to eat and drink.
It'd almost be like the reverse of, I guess, of like adjusting to the astral sea, being able to move with your mind and all that kind of stuff. But with a bit more of that familiarity to it.
Where is Nettles?
He's currently in the catacombs. Yeah, he's just being awaited in case we needed to potentially bring him back.
Yeah, let's meet at the throne room in a couple hours. I will discuss what's needed, and then she nods to the two people and she heads straight for her chambers.
I'll direct the weird folk to the main halls and have some food.
Nice.
A lot, I hope. Quite large.
Cool. And yeah, Treacle will start preparing a feast for the guests. As you see, like a bunch of the men gather is the word I'm looking for in the Great Hall, ready for the supper.
Is Dread gone?
Dread
She
would
left
be gone
already.
by now. Yeah.
She already gone. Okay, yeah, cool.
Be right back.
Cool.
So basically, like, Butter was just going to take some time to herself. She has a lot to process for like last couple hours, so she'd mainly be crying in her room, I think. before like dressing up and stealing herself up again and heading to speak to Lutzen.
Okay, can you control that new token, Ray?
Can't at the moment, but I can now. Yeah.
Nice, cool. You're gonna need a bigger chair for this guy. He's gonna sit at 2 tables at once.
And then when I get to speak to Shade more privately, I'll just be like, so are we to resurrect Nettles? How long has it been?
It's only been a few days, so he's still mostly intact and not started to decay too much yet.
I guess I'm just going to talk out of character. I guess we would do that straight away. Like, I think we would head down to the cellars. So I would say to Shade, let's do it now. Let's see him. See what I can do.
Yeah, sounds good. Me and the men can carry him up if you want to tell us where to take him.
Take him to my grove. I'll make sure that it's private. Make sure as well that he's not seen. We don't want the men to know just yet. And Mother would go back muttering about Dread being gone. Being pissed off. Having to do everything herself now. She's going to start preparing to see if they can bring him back or not.
And as you do, a thought does strike you, Mother. There are more than one targets that could potentially benefit from this resurrection.
I can only resurrect one person every 3-4 months.
That's
so
correct.
I heard about Poet as well.
But maybe one a little bit closer to home.
Who's closer to home? Sorry.
You look down at your stomach.
I was about to say, did you have him?
See, I didn't think.
Well,
Well, it's been over 10 days. It's been 50 years or 40 years. It's been 40 years.
I said we said 4 days.
But it was the spell aged me 30 to 40 years. So I would assume the spell wouldn't work.
Well, no, it aged you. The trauma killed.
Oh.
Otherwise, you would have exploded as a full-grown man, jettisoned from your body in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
What a boy!
Yeah. What an entrance for a new character. It is I!
That makes sense actually. I just didn't think that was an option at all. I thought that was the reason. So,
yeah, it's just something to think about.
Yeah, she would do that then. She would definitely choose her own child above Nettles, especially now that
Nettle in the river.
Yeah, so she goes down.
Yeet him.
She goes down to the catacombs and she explains kind of what happened to Shade and saying that it's as the mother and druid of her grove, it is her responsibility to have children. Her mother had 10, 12. She has 2 at the moment, but like that, and the fact that her age has been taken away from her, this is our last child. So, as lieutenant, she's going to order Nettles to lay to rest, and she's going to focus on her child. It's more important to her, and she's going to explain the limitations of her resurrection.
Yep.
As well. But also, her baby's going to possibly be a different race.
Potentially.
This is how all parents get out of cheating, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
it's a good...
I see. Yeah. It's an elf. I swear, I didn't see an elf.
Okay, so explain to us what this ritual looks like, then, Ray.
But let me actually just get the spell out first. So it is.
It's reincarnation.
Back, yeah, it's reincarnation.
Or reincarnate, sorry. So roll a d100 first, because that's, I think, what we're all
Yeah.
interested to see.
So let's do that. Damn. Okay. D100. 26.
High elf.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What could it have been? An orc.
Pretty much any of the
Main ones, yeah.
yeah, main ones. Or maybe I
Uh,
wonder if there's a dock actually with like all the races.
Yeah. Because like it's like, so let me call out the spell actually, sorry. You touch a dead humanoid with a piece or a piece of, sorry, I said you touch a dead humanoid with a piece of dead humanoid, but it says you touch a dead humanoid or a piece of them. Provided that creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new body for it and calls the soul to enter the body.
Even with the even with the new one, it is a it was still it's a wood elf now.
Oh, sorry, it's a wood elf?
Yeah, so you can choose between the two, high or wood.
Oh, wait, why do I get to choose? Sorry.
Because I found a more comprehensive table with like all the races on it.
Oh, I'll go with the first one. I think high elf is pretty
Yeah.
cool. So the magic version. So the reincarnated creature calls its former life and experience. It retains the abilities, and oh yeah, it's a baby though. So
Yeah, well, not even.
yeah. So she will lay the. When she was up in her room, that's why she went up to her room as well. She was
Coat hanger.
getting the baby. Oh, so in a blanket, she doesn't unfurl the blanket. She puts her hand in. Only you are there, Shade. No other men is present. Dread Princess would be here actually, as she is studying under Mother. As she puts her hand in, you can see the grove, just everything sinks, like all the leaves, trees, and branches, they all like fade, like slightly, like looks like they die off for a second, and before springing back, and then you see the a light under the blanket where the baby is, and it's quite a long process. Maybe it goes on like 10-15 minutes, and after that you hear a baby start to cry, and she opens up the blanket to see a little baby, and not a human baby, but one with a pretty small, because it's like 4 weeks premature, but with elf ears, quite distinctly. You can still see it in the baby's age.
Do you want to roll for gender?
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess for
Is that on the table? Yeah. I'll just do D10.
Yeah.
1 to 5, female, and up male. Female. That's what she wants.
Yes. Otherwise, you would have instantly seen the baby be chucked into the water.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a little female baby. What name?
Shade. As this is happening, and sort of you see Mother, you know, for like one of the very few times that you've known her actually happy, as she realizes she has this little baby girl, who not only is a baby girl but will live forever because she's an elven druid. Like, there's no way that age is going to kill this thing.
And Mother in her head is thinking that like this could be a very powerful, like,
definitely.
Yeah, that as well. So that's how she's thinking.
You something does cross your mind. You see definite similarities here between your own rebirth and this ritual. You see, even though this baby is healthy, alive, kicking, its skin, its texture has a very similar sort of consistency to your own.
What's his skin look like? Just like a milky.
you'll have only ever seen it as like milky pale. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's not something I'd say at the minute. I'd keep it
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. So you'll see Mother kind of go off for Princess, kind of whispering to the baby and talking to Princess. Before she heads to the door, she hands it to Princess to take care of for the moment. Tells her what to do, and then she walks back and nods to you to walk along with her. I suppose we got to tell the men who's in command.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
How are you feeling after everything that's happened? Did you still wanna? Obviously, you were the lieutenant before you left, and I'd be more than happy for you to be commander if that's something you wanted.
of course, I
Yeah.
am commander. Yeah, you can tell like she's standing up very straight, very well. She always kind of stands that way, but like she's just on very regal feeling. She looks older. She's like, I've already given most of my life to company at this stage, the way things have gone the last few days. So, you've worked very well since in our absence. So of course you're going to be lieutenant. I think together we can, yeah, work, accomplish a lot of things. Our goals might change slightly from what I've been thinking, but all something we can talk about in the coming days and weeks.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the name of the child?
I'm trying to think of something. Actually, wait a second. I got kind of an idea. Ba, 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 ba. Never mind. Actually, I'll try to find it. But it's gonna be an Irish name. Yeah, I'll do that on the break, and I'll.
Cool.
That's where. But yeah, we'll head in.
Cool.
And was Shade close to Nettles?
I wouldn't say like massively. I'd say, to be honest, Shay's probably not really close to many people.
Yeah.
Um,
As they're walking in, she'll say, "You did realize I had to choose. My own child. If it was Stitchers were different, of course, I would have brought Nettles back. But some things are more important, especially when things have been taken away from me."
I'm sure he would understand, and you know.
Out of interest, how does he feel about what has transpired just now? Like, obviously, he understands the, I guess the ethos behind it, but the result
Of that, that's a difficult one. I feel like he would have understood it, and he would have rather, to be fair, the child than Nettles, because the child would have been robbed of a life that he never had. I would think.
And what about the outcome of that, though? Like how, like obviously she's the child, the unnamed child, is in a very similar situation to yourself.
He would, I think he would definitely be thinking like along the lines of he knows potentially what will happen and to keep an eye on it, and do you know what I mean, take a kind of a, I don't know, like almost a protector role of looking over it, knowing that it's similar to him, and also maybe a slight bit of worry with that as well. But yeah,
a bit of a complex bag of emotions there.
Yeah, and obviously he's not like he's all about life, so we'd have been happy that at least it got to live a life rather than not and
Yeah.
been robbed of it. So he would have understood that a lot more than maybe some others. But yeah.
Cool. So, as you guys enter the Great Hall, you see Orogok there. And what is Orogok doing, Nettle, as he's sort of like surrounded himself with this company of the Bronze Lion, just kind of, as you can see, taking up almost an entire half aisle of these
Yeah.
tables.
After he'd have eaten, he'd kind of be peering down the corridors, but being a bit too large to get down there. He'd kind of be, bending over and pulling open these tiny doors and then poking his
Yeah.
head down, trying to see what's around there, but not being able to get through. And he looks a bit confused why everything's so small here.
Is he eating like extensively, or is he sort of?
He's probably already eaten a fair bit. There'll be on this table here. There'll be like almost like a feast for 5 or 6 men, like completely demolished. Loads of empty plates and food around. Or
Yeah.
this table, I guess, we're sat here.
Gif is
Between the two of them, they've eaten like enough for like 7, 8 men.
Yeah, Gif has been very much, treating himself to the what remains of the preserved fruit that was emptied before Dread took the chest back over to Nuanfang. You see just like very much like pips of mangoes, like stems, rinds of pineapples, and he's just like rubbing his belly. Oh yes, quite delightful.
Yeah.
As-
Listen, we'll say to Mother, you seem to have got yourself a real group on your travels.
The astral sea is a strange place, and thankfully I found some strange friends
Mm,
to help.
Teams are just when you think our team couldn't get any more diverse, shall we put it?
Yeah, we do have a knack for the freaks.
I look forward to these two meeting Squeak and
Yeah.
Storks and such.
And as you guys are kind of having this conversation, you see, slowly at first, but soon, every single face in the room sort of look at you, awaiting some sort of proclamation.
Yeah. So she'll stand up and she'll say, a lot has transpired over the last week. I regret to inform you after the zombie attack that Nettles fought bravely, ending the onslaught and killing the zombie queens, I'll call them. But he sadly passed, along with many other of our of Shade's infantry. We'll say we will have extra long feast in his honor tonight, and he will be buried in the catacombs as he deserves as a commander of the company. In doing so, I am now the lionheart of this company, and Shade will be acting lieutenant. We will, while this is a blow to the company, we are getting stronger, and we will. There's only good things to come. So we'll have you. I'm happy. Very happy. Well, sorry, let me try and think of something else to say. And I'll just raise up a glass and say out of many, and then have them all say one.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Make a charisma check with advantage.
As commander, does she get any special like bonuses to her charisma by any chance?
No bonuses, but you do for the great speech. You do get the advantage.
Damn.
Wow.
Everyone is really pissed off.
Yeah.
She is not charismatic at all.
It's
Oh,
almost
wow.
like everyone. I think this would be like a distinct difference in the sort of the way this has been, like the experience that you've just seen here. Like it very much is like almost like a foreboding sort of moment. Like the speech is great, and the points hit hard. Like every man hears your message and is affected. But there seems to be this sort of almost disquiet amongst the men. Like you have a reputation as being quite a almost like Margaret Thatcher, I guess.
Yeah. A
And
cold bit.
exactly, and the men you definitely sense like this overwhelming respect coming from the men as they do finish out of many one. They finish the slogan the slogan, but that's almost triumphed by a sense of fear that seems to pervade from the men.
As the toast settles, she will move on then to talking about her time, what happened, where she's been for last week, why she missed it. So she'll say she's in National C, and she'll introduce her friends, the Major and Odlaf, and maybe describe the Tane, the beast that they killed. Try to like spur him up a bit, saying like we just we have been accomplishing great tasks, like going to the Astral Sea and destroying a Tane would be pretty up there, I think, destroying demons. So she like knows the room, and she'll try to rouse them in, saying like that and just for tonight, just rejoice and regroup.
Nice. As the men sort of settle into this feast that's ongoing, at one point Brambles will come up to the table alongside him, Stouthammer. And this will be Stouthammer speaking. Sir, oh ma'am, apologies. Obviously, in the Garden of Tears, a new statue will need to be made.
Of course. One for Nettles and one for Poet, I like.
Aye, as well as one for Shiroth. But that being said, how shall we represent the late commander? I mean, his appearance was very distinct pre and post dragon.
As he was when he joined the company. So he was all burnt in the face, wasn't he? And he had like an
iron mask that literally hid like his burned facade from people, that had two glowing dragon eyes that would like peer through.
Yeah. So no, we'll have him in his like normal form, as he was when before the dragon. Stouthammer met him then, didn't he? Yeah, he would have. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oi.
As he was when he met him. So
I'll make sure it's done. Congratulations on the child.
Aye, thank you.
And they once more return to the feast.
Yeah. The advisor, there's like a Nettles kind of a ghost advisor. Is he still there?
Yes.
Synonym.
Yep. Synonym's still here. But again, like it's in sort of in the same sort of category as the fucking giants.
Sure. Yeah.
Synonym is obviously off, like he's way more predisposed to stay, being that this is the company of the Bronze Lion.
Just before Rambles goes, actually, I'll ask for Rambles to come back, if he's okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, how can I help? I didn't realise I hadn't been dismissed. I was just really eager to get back to the feast. I didn't realise that there was still a conversation to be had. Otherwise, I would not have left. I just want you to make that perfectly aware. I know you have a reputation for being quite harsh, but I am not one of those men who would do that to you, ma'am.
Quite harsh.
Maybe a slip of the tongue. Maybe harsh was the wrong word. Firm but fair would be a better descriptor of, a very pleasant lady that I have had very good experience with in the past. Obviously, all professional. So, ma'am.
Fair, I think so too.
He's sweating like profusely.
Yeah, you can talk, but can you write, Rambles?
Oh, yes, I can. However, that being said, I will show you an example of my writing, and it's very much. Have you ever, seen the stereotype doctor note?
Yeah.
Where it's just like squiggles. That is effectively what he produces.
We need a chronicler for the company. I was thinking that you might have been a good candidate, but she'll just like coldly just say, but perhaps not. What do you mean?
And she was like, am I free to go, ma'am?
Aye, you're free to go.
And he will like bow and go back towards the feast.
Yeah. And she'll turn to Shade. How are your men? They had looks like there's a. Actually, they're always kind of missing, but I heard you experience some casualties.
Yeah, they're a bit bruised. Didn't have the best of luck.
We need more men. We need more units. I might see. I think with the armies of coming to this for the conflict happening in this country, we need more men. So let's start recruiting the refugees outside if they can. Have them be trained. I'm sure there's men of fighting age there. But I want to build up our army, get stronger. Our defenses.
Where do you see the next plan of action being now then?
We have picked a side with Dietrich. It's pretty obvious. We've helped them with the dragon. We have their ambassador here in our halls quite often. One of their mages comes with us, so I think we side with Dietrich. What's the other country's name? Sorry, I know it starts with R,
Rovna.
but I'm very bad. Rovna, yeah. I say we help him take Rovna, and if we can, use that to establish a better position for ourselves. Make us stronger. Have
That's
a
good.
full hold on this continent that we're situated in, be it political or otherwise.
That's good, yeah.
I want to be a queen.
Like I'm very much getting the vibe. You know when if you've ever seen the third Star Wars movie, as he's like, the attempt of my life has left me scarred and deformed.
Yeah. Basically, though, yeah, she's going to take things in a bit of a different direction. She's a woman of action. She goes straight into things. So yeah,
Yep.
that's her plan. So
People are moving around the hall, taking down paintings and putting up massive great swords onto the wall.
yeah.
And I think that is a good time to say, let's level up.
It's been 3 months. I think she's almost been. Yeah, has it been 3 months?
Ready for that.
I was about to say I wasn't prepared for this.
Netala had it all planned out, but not ready yet. Fuck me.
If everyone likes to
actually,
roll
mine-
some hit die.
Mine's pretty easy, actually, to be fair.
I kind of wish in my last level up I went 2 more in barbarian because I do kind of want extra attack.
Mm.
I'm sick of
That's
just
what I
hitting things
get now.
once.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, you can still obviously like go that direction.
Yeah. So 12.
Oh, okay, that was a really good reroll.
Yeah. So 114 HP. God damn, she's a tank. For like a 50-year-old woman, she can fucking
Yeah.
take a punch. Because my last level up, I actually didn't use anything from it because there wasn't any spells. It was just I could turn into stuff I haven't seen yet. So So could I retroactively kind of go back and give myself 2 barbarian? I think it was a boar. It was the only thing I changed it into from my new level up.
I will say no, just simply because that is quite a big rewrite. But you can obviously change that in the future.
Mm.
You can start moving back towards that direction.
Yeah.
I just don't want to set a precedent of allowing people to sort of going back that much because level ups are like once like every 10 sessions or something, which that would have made massive differences over that period of time. Yeah, sorry about that.
Would it though? Because they were both a feat. So the only difference was I turned into a boar once or twice. Very small thing.
I know what you're saying, but as I said, I just don't want to set that precedent of
Yeah,
it being an option.
fair.
In terms of the ones that you haven't got, like haven't seen, is there ones that Hex would be able to polymorph for you to?
Yeah, very possibly. Like yeah, I think we've spoken about that before, as well as the Pixie
Yeah.
doing it.
But yeah.
So what does everyone get on their level up now?
I get extra attack, which is nice.
Am I the only one not multi-classing?
That would be a yes.
Holly's not multi-classing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I get nothing other than a feat.
Oh.
Just a feat.
Yeah.
Now. Sucks to be you, mate.
Depends what I do, if I go into Barbarian or not.
Oh, actually, my Hemocraft goes up as well. And I get a spell. Not a bad level for me.
I'll just go Druid.
I'm just going to quickly blow my nose. I'll be right back.
I wonder, should I take Warcaster or Sentinel?
Which one's Sentinel again? Is that where you stop people moving if you...
Yeah, so she'll just be like a much better tank, and then she can use in her animal forms as well. So she stops people moving, and whenever they try to, she gets opportunity attacks as well. A few more attacks per turn.
They're both pretty good, aren't they? Because Warcasters, you've got a lot of concentration spells, haven't you?
That's the thing. I always have concentration spell up, and I could have my sword and shield out then as well, and start doing spells. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're both pretty, like, probably as good as the other, aren't they, really? Depends what you're going to be doing more. Being a beast.
I've got three. I'm not sure what to choose from.
What's that feat?
Hmm.
What are you thinking then?
Warcaster, Crusher, or Flail Mastery. Flail Mastery's not technically published. It's like in a playtest book, but I've shown it to Jack before, and he said it is. He's fine for me to take that if I want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, copy that. You send it to you.
Ooh, so what did everyone go for?
I don't think anyone's decided, have they? Maybe Jordan has.
I'm just decided on an extra spell that I have access to, but
I'm not sure, should I do Sentinel or Warcaster?
Ooh, that is a good one. I think Sentinel is, I think, widely regarded as the best feat in the game.
Yeah, and seeing as like I'll be more tanky then, which would be pretty cool. But I always have concentration spells up as well, which
Yeah.
is
To
quite
be
annoying.
to be fair, I do look at Mother and I'm like, she does need to be a little bit more tanky.
Otherwise, if I go Druid, I get access to some new spells.
Sentinel's really good.
Also, be aware as well, there are feats in Kingdoms of Warfare that are specifically revolving around warfare.
Oh, cool. You take it as your character, is it, or?
Yeah. So like your units will have like +2 to morale or attack or something. Is like an example of one, I think.
Jack, what are your thoughts on the any good or?
The Crusher feat. Oh, the one from Tasha's.
Yeah.
I think all the ones in Tasha's are a little bit of a letdown. Like all the ones like Piercer, like Slicer, or whatever the fuck
really?
they are. Yeah, they're just not. They're just
It
not.
sounds okay on paper, but I don't know how good it actually is.
Yeah, I want.
Might take Sentinel or
Oh, to be fair,
Warcaster.
Crusher's not too bad. It was more. I was thinking more along the lines of like I think it's called Piercer or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Crusher's not too bad actually. That's a decent option. I feel like there are better ones for you though, Zach. I feel like, you said in the past that Tough would have been a good choice.
I got Tough.
You have Tough as
That was
well.
one-
Wow.
That was one I took at level 4 instead of that flail one.
Right, I see. Yeah.
Seemed more sensible. But I like Warcaster, Sentinel, and the flail one and Crusher. They all seem like would be useful for me.
Yeah, Sentinel would be really good for you.
What's best?
Um,
I mean, I'm thinking Sentinel is actually kind of disgusting, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, it's just like it's almost like a meta pick in the sense of like it's so good, like it's S tier.
Yeah. Warcaster's good as well for me.
Do you? Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it's less useful for you than it is like a general wizard, though, simply because of a lot of the secondary abilities don't really matter towards you. Because I think as long as you have your holy weapon, which is on your holy symbol that's on your shield or flail, like a lot of that doesn't really affect you too much. But obviously the concentration thing's huge.
Yeah, but I have to put a weapon away to cast spells.
Not if you get there's a thing in the, what's it called? The Armourer's Guide that you can, it's like literally like 5 gold to get your
That's what he
shield.
has. He's got it.
You've got it.
But the issue is I have to be able to
Oh,
move my
my-
hands, right? So I have to put a weapon away to cast spells.
It depends on the components, of course. Like if it has somatic, then yeah. But how many spells do you have?
That's the whole point of Warcaster, isn't it? That you
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. How many spells do you have that are somatic based?
All but one of my spells.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, if that's the case, that's huge
And-
for you then.
The spell that doesn't is Prayer of Healing that I'll literally never use in combat.
I will never use this on my allies.
Well, no, because it's a 10-minute one to cast, so it's, in
Yeah,
combat
I-
it's,
I get you.
100 turns channeling for a tiny heal.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately that would actually be quite good for me, because my problem is I have to attack, put my weapon away, cast a spell, then at the start of my next turn, take my weapon out.
I'm surprised no one's went for lucky, honestly. That's another one of the S tier.
I thought you had to be a halfling.
No,
No.
that's halfling luck, or whatever it's
Lucky
called.
is just flat out
Yeah,
dirty, isn't it, really?
yeah.
Chrono Trigger a good game.
Yeah, it's got a good reputation. I haven't played it myself.
Music's good.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Chrono Trigger probably has my favorite songs on this playlist. I was actually thinking of rebuilding my playlists again to kind of almost represent the shift we're going to have to the more fantastical elements of the game. Because at the moment, it's been like a lot of Witcher, a lot of like more grounded fantasy soundtracks. But now that we're going to go a little bit more out there, having some more JRPG stuff makes sense.
So I'm not going to go for the barbarian at all. So that's where I would have got another ability score or feat. So I'm just going to go druid, where I just get some new spells. So, but they're pretty cool. So,
What spells you go for? Or those tricks of the trade?
I can pick any. So I just have to you can pick new ones every day. But there's lots of really cool conjuring ones.
Do you get another level of spells?
Yeah, another level of spells. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's always nice when you get that buff. It's like finally, like this, the difference between like a level 3 and 4th spell, or like 2 to 3, is like massive.
Yeah, so it looks pretty cool. Polymorph as well is there, which has helped us a good bit.
Yeah, polymorph too.
Bountiful Luck is the halfling one, Zach.
Ah.
But yeah, a halfling with lucky and bountiful luck is like make him a divination wizard as well. Like they're never gonna have a bad roll in their life.
So hard to level up, man.
I'm all done. I'm all good.
I can't
I'm good to
decide.
go as well. Yeah.
And because I've also got a level that gives me an ability score increase, I can also change my fighting style, which
I mean, it's a bit pointless. You played like 2 hours of.
I know, but it gives more options on the things I
Mm.
can take. Because my issue with Sentinel is then because my current fighting style uses a reaction to make use of it.
Mm.
So then if I'm taking Sentinel, I should probably change that. Because you only get one reaction, right? So it's so much pressure. I'll decide shortly.
I mean, I could like just not level you up if that would be easier for you, Zach. You can say level 7.
Yeah, I'd stay level 7 for the rest of the campaign, please.
Yeah, has anyone moaned about leveling up so much in their life? Oh god.
Yeah.
So how do I raise units? Do we have to pay money to get more units? Because say now that Mother herself like a unit of people.
So to raise units, you can. What you said there in the to Jordan about the refugees, very smart. But you need to. There's a difference between like having your core army and raising levies. Like levies will go back to their homes after the next battle, which is what you were suggesting effectively. Like you would be able to raise some more units, and you can potentially call on your allies to help as well because you have both an ambassador. Yeah, you have a couple of ambassadors who would be able to lend you units for a battle if you give them enough notice. But I think the only real way to raise units other than that, like to get permanent units rather, is to upgrade your castle.
Cool.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Something where you can take a domain action, but it costs gold.
I think that is the levies though.
I thought you could actually attract more troops depending on how much. It's kind of like attracting a magic vendor where you have to spend a lot of gold to get.
Yeah, if you, I could very well be wrong, but that's just what I remember reading. So if you can find that, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll have a look in a minute. But it's what I've seemed to remember, but I'm not 100% sure on that, obviously.
And to keep in mind as well, one person can only be in command of as many units as they have a proficiency modifier. So for
I
you,
can have 3 units. Yeah.
yes.
Cool.
And yeah, to confirm as well, Jordan, you can now have 2 retainers. Ray, what's your charisma?
-2.
So you can have 3 because it's minimum of 1 plus 2 for being the commander.
Yeah. Cool.
But again, that is something that you would either have to go out or seek or upgrade the castle for. But there are currently some just sort of left over from Nettle if you do want to have those stay by.
Yeah. So I already have how many retainers do I have? I have 2. I have Ambassador and I have Dread.
No, so the ambassador doesn't count as a retainer, so you just have
Oh.
dread.
Oh, sweet. So I'll take Tom and Jerry and Synonym.
Okay.
Synonym.
Yep. Synonym. Cool. And that leaves Tiny. Did you want to keep him, Jordan, or did you want to dismiss him?
I'll keep Tiny.
I'll keep Tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am looking in Kingdoms of Warfare for raising units. That is part of, Kingdoms of Warfare. Have you used this before, Jack?
Kingdoms and Warfare? No.
Hmm.
That actually came out after we began this campaign.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very recent. Like, I still haven't received my hard copy because of the pandemic. They wasn't able to get them printed in time when they was originally released. But Strongholds and Followers I have used in other campaigns, which had a more basic combat system. But Strongholds and Kingdoms of Warfare is like the one where you're supposed to use this instead, really.
Yeah. Ah, here it is, raising an army.
Crush your feet, Jack.
Cool.
I changed my fighting style.
Did you? Nice.
Think so.
It says here that we should raise 4 tier 1 units when we found the organization.
You did.
But units, though, as in...
No,
that was
well,
just-
I gave everyone the option of, like, if you want to raise units or followers instead, you can, and most people went for followers.
Yeah. So it's an operation. Build an army. One second, back.
So,
The weather.
yeah. What are we doing now? What's the raising units? Because he wants to conquer the world by the sounds of it.
Yeah. There's, these swastikas.
Yeah.
What do you think of Zach's new character, John?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. The So is it the one in the artwork in the chat when he's not got his armor on?
Yes. Yeah, that's what he looks like when he's got his helmet off.
No, it's cool as fuck. That'll be the character I saw on my character sheet earlier.
Yes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
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 Just saw the big metal fuck off guy. I was like, don't think I'm meant to see this. No, it looks cool as fuck though.
So. As soon as a group of characters, blah blah blah. Right. So from what I can understand, and I could be wrong here, you have the option of mustering a new unit or 2 levies with your action, your domain action.
Yeah, that's what I was reading. Yeah, so I'm going to get a full unit, instead of levies. How often can we take these actions then? Just it's like a month.
Yeah, it's like once a
passes and-
season, I think, roughly in that ballpark. Like, it's not often.
Damn.
Okay, that's something that we will probably, because what I need to do as well is I need to work out how much your upkeep is now that you have this military force and all the features to do with that, and just confirm what I thought about Jordan's hit die being permanently altered at this point, and just to see what actions he can do to return his force back to full health. So that'll probably be something that I'll keep updated with you guys about throughout the week, just so we're not bogging down too much this today's session, unless you guys are going to want to instantly invade, I don't know, Rovna or of the like.
Not instantly.
Quick, Nettle's dead. Let's invade his home country.
Yeah.
What, now that everyone's here, is there any sort of preference for the name of the settlement outside? The little shanty village.
Yeah. Lion's Rest? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do all like lion stuff though. I think just
Being very heavy on the lion side of things recently.
yeah. So I think
The Roaring Rest.
yeah. Haven.
Nice.
Just Haven. Hmm.
That's a good one. Anyone object to that, or
No, I'm easy with that.
Haven it is? Nice. So, now, what is there anything else anyone wants to do just whilst we're in this period, I guess, of sort of conversation on the next step, downtime, as it were? That is something that you guys need to discuss. There was quite a few, events, very campaign-altering events that have transpired recently, and which one to sort of progress first. Obviously, I know, Ray, you are quite keen to take on Rovna, but there's also the company of the Black Lion. There is obviously the more personal stories to sort of look into as well.
Man in the basement. Talk to.
Yeah. So we didn't. She wasn't there. Sorry, Mother wasn't there for the Black Lion stuff. Hearing about that, and that Shade kind of knew the wizard, so she was going to ask about that. So how do you know him?
So he was someone I basically used to do essentially drops on cults and warlock kind of rituals.
Hmm.
Me and him used to go, and basically we both had the same view of being against sacrificing people to gain power. So we would go in and just take out all these rituals and stuff. And the reason I met him is because he essentially saved my life. Because I was involved in one of the rituals. So
And-
that's, from what I know, he was a good person, and he
And-
died. So
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
And the Black Lions, they want to end the world. Was that it? Or what did they say they wanted to do? Your man was like a heart eater. This guy. What was their goals? Or were they just to seek to destroy the what once was the
Well, they want to bring back
planet?
Heart Eater, but his reputation in the Chronicle isn't exactly great. Like he nearly destroy. Like imagine Hitler,
Hmm.
and then the equivalent in a fantasy world.
So he wasn't trying to end the world. He was just trying to like take over and gain control.
Yeah, just small time things.
Sounds like a worthy husband for mother. That'd be powerful, unstoppable. You've created a monster, Jack. By the way, just so you.
No, I didn't create the monster. You created the monster.
No.
If anyone,
She was.
we can blame
Yeah.
Zach as well. I mean, fucking,
Yeah,
he shouldn't have died.
yeah. So she has to do a lifetime of her stuff in the next, 20, 10, well, 15 years, let's say.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, that's another thing as well. There's the prophecy.
you kind of get that out actually, yeah. So Jordan, we were in the. I'll say it to Shade. So, what was it called?
Stars.
The Well of Stars. So when we were in the Astral Sea, we helped some Git Yankee against some of their
Gifts are right.
here's Gitsarai, and they overtook the Well of Stars, and
I'm
seemed
just
a very,
imagining this from Jordan's
yeah,
perspective. He's just like,
but basically, it seemed like a very powerful location. Seemed like a not an artifact, but I looked into it and I saw a vision. I could feel it bolstered my my powers slightly as well, but my druid powers. But I saw two lines fighting. One golden maned, one black. I saw Titans clash, some made of marble. I saw a wolf cry a tear while a viper bit his leg. Just lots of stuff, but I feel that this was I feel like something to read into. I feel like it had meaning, so just so you're aware.
Okay.
And also, he gave me like he was like, I'm not going to repeat this. And he went. Anyway, he spoke really fast as well, and I was trying to like type some notes out just so I could remember. But I feel like it's something to keep in mind, just so we I get what the two line mains fighting, but stone titans clashing, and the wolf and the viper. I'm not sure what they could be. Does it mean anything to you?
Not that I can think of. Not off the top of my head.
I mean, with Banjik, it is possible to relive that sort of thing.
Can I do it as a?
Also with feats as well. Keen Mind feat, you can recall in perfect clarity any detail in the last month.
If you have alert, yeah, isn't it? But,
No, Keen Mind.
oh, I don't have that.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you roll a d20,
yeah,
roll above a 17, I will repeat it.
no.
Oh, sorry.
um,
Oh, John, give yourself an inspiration, by the way.
Sam. Won't say no.
What?
Won't question it. Just do
Yep.
it.
So, Lieutenant, what should we do? Where it'll take us some time before we can get more units. While I was away, did anything else happen besides the zombie horde? Anything else we need to clear now? I'm sure there's going to be some other.
Apart from the two forces currently about to try and fight over all the ground. Nothing much.
There's
Not
also
that.
the document that you found in the Tomb raid that you haven't had a chance to share with anyone, or like, if you wanted to, I should say, because I know you did deliberately keep that to one side.
Yeah. So while this is happening, I will go into the study and I ask Jade to come with me as well. I want to keep this quite hush.
Yeah,
And
I've had enough milfs for one day. I can't.
and if Hex was there, sure she would be in here as well. But let me get it out.
Yeah, let's get
On
Zach in here as well.
Actually, it was on
I
my
can
other
sit on
laptop.
both couches at once.
Yeah. But I saw a statue down in the down in the dungeons, and I spoke to it many to one, and once it did so, it brought up the scroll before the writing on the statue disappeared, but it talks about artifacts. So a second now, sticky. They sound like powerful artifacts, limbs, body parts that you would attach to yourself, bolstering your own energy. And sorry. I'll just put into the chat because. Okay, sorry. I was messing with my laptop there, so that should be there now.
You guys are okay to carry on, by the way.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just like I'm trying to remember. Jesus, how would you put lungs? Replace your lungs. Um,
Oh, so that sword wasn't one of the commandments.
no.
I know you said that quite a few times. It was so difficult not to correct you because.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
where I got that from. I'm sure someone said, or like it was in, I don't know, I misinterpreted something then to be that.
I think you assumed it was because you came across it quite quickly, and the thing was in Celestial, the
Mm.
poem.
Okay.
So this facade that you speak about, he would have had one of these. He had to have the silver tongue of Oroban. So he has one of these powerful artifacts. Remind yourself to cut it from him next time we see him.
Interesting. Speaking of now, we seem to have new members. Would anyone take interest in this sword that was there? I have no use for it, so.
I have I have no use for either, and I like show my cool dragon sword.
Seems more like a butter knife. So he holds up the small blade.
It will get bigger in
It will
your
then
hand.
grow in his hand as he's holding it.
Ooh.
It like pokes in like a hole in the roof because to get up to heat scale.
It's always awkward being a grower, isn't it?
Yeah. So Odd Laugh, I would thank you for your help getting us back, and hope you're liking it on the material plane. Is it how you remembered?
Strange. Been a very long time.
Mm.
What's your plans going forward?
What's my clan or what's my stance? Sorry.
Plans. What do you intend to do now?
We are to help. There's war coming. We're to help Dietrich with establish ourselves on this continent. We've helped them before slaying dragons and everything else, so we're known to be one of their not allies, but
Lapdogs.
oof. But I feel like for our company to get stronger, that's our best way. For the moment we'll just establish ourselves. This whole bases, it's quite new. We've only got it the last couple of years. We're still forming the company. So as for the next few days, 2 weeks, we do have a bit of work to do. I'm trying to think down in the dungeon. Was there anything that needed to be done?
There's a little bit in
See-
there that's not been explored, but I
See
wouldn't
that
know
back up, I think.
I mean, out of character, I would like to investigate the Bugman at some point. It's something I'm very interested in.
Didn't we think he left?
No, we shut him back in. He's just sat back in his room.
I thought he was released when they left, weren't he, or something along those
No, we
No,
checked.
we closed
Jack
the door.
said they didn't take anything else other than
Oh, okay.
what they. It was just those guys. He came in. Those guys left. They left everything else there.
Oh, okay.
What entrance was there the middle entrance that we haven't been to yet?
We've cleared everywhere out. The only things left inside the dungeon are the skull necklace to the north, the Bugman to the southeast, and I believe that's it. Unless there's any secret corridors, we got it all.
Wasn't there the coffins that we left, but
That was
They
a
were where
smart
the
thing to
zombies
do.
came out, weren't they?
It said don't open.
Oh yeah. Those weird containment things. Yeah, we did leave them. And then we asked Scally, and she said, "Yeah, don't open."
but I
Jack,
feel like we
Yeah.
should open them.
Jack, maybe we'll go down just to have a look. So I was saying just before I left Ordlaf, we were exploring the dungeons below. They're very dangerous. So if you want, if you must be tired of all the feasting, if you want to possibly get a chance to swing your new sword or flail.
There's something that needs crushing.
Do you want to stay there so I can spawn everyone else on you? I've just realised I need to give them fucking vision now. What's your vision out to, Zach? Is it 60 or is it 120?
60. Well, I was going to ask you about that. It says I can see as if it was bright light and clear in full colour
Yep.
to 60 feet, but then it's abruptly black after that. There's no extra bit of dim light or anything where it kind of fades off. It just abruptly stops.
I'll be 60 as well because I'll cast dark vision.
Well, it wouldn't be like abruptly, but yes, 60 foot is what you can see too.
Okay, fair enough.
Vision distance 60. Okay. Can you see now, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can't normally see, Ray, but I assume you're going to bring a torch.
I'll cast dark vision.
Or
Okay.
I could cast light if you wanted instead.
Oh, does yeah, Jordan's got light on him as well, so that's fine. As long
Saves
as...
a spell slot. It's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Why do you insist on building everything so small?
It suits us well. I still can't see myself, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I thought I turned it on. There we go. Should work now?
Alright, top left. Where are we?
Right at the beginning.
Okay.
Very well now.
Yeah.
Where are we going? I'll
I
follow
was
you.
playing fucking hide and seek.
Is there any evidence of the worms and stuff in here and the zombies?
No.
Okay. If there was, I'll ask it to be cleared out. So this is just down to the bugman.
I need to make like any kind of check to squeeze through, or can I just squeeze through?
Squeeze through is difficult terrain, of course.
Look like you're in the
I'm
cave.
there against the walls, like just squeezed up.
We'll leave this guy alone for the moment, I think.
You're telling me I came down here for nothing.
Well, maybe since Olaf is here, he might know. Do you know anything about what were they called again? They're called.
Olaf.
You've changed my name every single time you said it.
Sorry, Orgok. Sorry,
It's been
Orgok.
getting progressively less accurate.
Who's Oddlaugh then? I think it's from a different game. Orgok. What was the name? He was a. He said what he was.
Hydroon.
No, not Orgok, but the
He never
Bugman.
told us what he was. He just said he's been in no rush to. The only thing I remember is he said there's no rush for him to leave because his conquest is inevitable, essentially. Whatever he meant by
Yeah.
that.
And Thanos, just leave him in there.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to unless we open the door. I will not be able to. See, I won't know what he looks like.
Mm.
Although, would their I take it their description wouldn't match anything I've ever encountered, Jack. actual
Make a wisdom check.
Haha, my specialty. Straight wisdom.
Yeah. Potentially, you was there for a long time.
Nice. Flicking through my notebook, see
Yeah.
what I can find. Perhaps we should go in.
I guess since you're all so eager,
Or if
he's
we,
been here for hundreds
Block
of years.
the door.
So.
I can stop him leaving.
Aye, okay, so I'll swing open the door, Jack.
And as you do, the emissary is going to attack. Roll initiative.
Oh, can I? Before we do that, I should pick my 2 spells that I'm going to use.
Oh, Jack, here's one other question for you that is a bit funky with large characters.
Yes.
When we talk about anyone within 10 feet of me, obviously that's normally designed for someone who takes up a square. So are we still saying like that's 10 feet of me there?
Yeah.
And that's also 10 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay, well
Because they
you two
are
get,
within 10 feet of you.
Yeah. So you two get plus 3 to your initiative rolls. Is that why?
Oh, sweet.
Nice. So I'm actually.
Zach, stop breaking my game, please.
Why couldn't it be 4?
I'm just going to take, just to keep this quick, I'll take Charm Monster and Conjure Minor Elementals. That's my
Cool.
2 new spells.
Lily, please. Please, darling. You know what?
Is that
I
the bug
think
that talking?
Roll20's been quite well behaved today.
Yeah, I don't want
say
to
that.
Yeah. Okay, so. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Yep.
I believe. Yes. So the emissary is going to go first. It is going to release almost like a cicada, like rhythmic beat of its wings as it starts to fly past you. Could everyone please make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Let me just check something.
Whoo! Mother is back.
Yeah.
You can also all add plus 3 to your saves.
Oh, really?
Zach,
Whoa.
fuck off.
If you're within 10 feet of me.
There.
You link that? I think it's, yeah, everyone within 10 feet can add my charisma modifier to your saving throws. And I got the fucking worst. 13.
So, Zach, you are charmed.
Oh god.
Everyone else you got, I believe, way above that isn't charmed. And it is going to move 1. It actually can't get past Zach now. So, 1, 2, 3. Lovely, and that's going to end its turn. So now it's you, Lutzen.
Where's it gone? It's gone around the corner.
I've seen it fly over your head, I guess. Guess he's gone over there
Yeah,
somewhere.
I walk that way. Get the old roller out.
How does one break a charm?
Get this by a frog, don't they? And then as he's running, I'll attempt to attack him. I'm going to
Okay.
cast Hex on him for my bonus action. Oh, I'll knock that out straight away, and then I'm going to attack. Did that hit or miss?
That missed.
Miss, cool. And then I'll try extra attack.
That hits him. I take it I'm not using the necrotic damage.
No, that's from the Hex.
Oh, okay. So, sick.
Yeah, so
What's
Hex
that?
is my bonus action.
Was it the
and
fire
then
one that came from the die?
Yeah, so fire weapon, necrotic from Hex, and then the piercing's just a hand crossbow.
Are we intending to kill this guy, by the
Sorry,
way? Are we
the
planning to
fire
knock him
weapon, is
out?
that active? Because that's your crimson die, right?
No, that's the dragon bow.
Oh, is it
It's
all
always
for all d6? It's an extra d6 on all attacks?
26 on every attack, yeah.
Oh, wow. Sick. Yeah, cool.
So, yeah, just to talk, are we planning to kill him now that we're fighting, or are we planning to knock him out and put him back in?
Well, I'm going to try and do it peacefully if I can.
It is now you, Ray.
I'm going to use Charm Monster. So you just see her. She has her staff out, so you just see her move the staff and like point at him, and you'll see. Well, try to.
Yes. And it has advantage.
It doesn't. I suppose it's my spell save, which is 16.
Yes.
Or is it more now actually? Because I got a wisdom.
Well, that should have automatically been applied. Right?
Yeah. Yours, sure, it's
So 17 to beat.
Wisdom. Yeah.
It's quite a high fucking DC.
And it makes it.
And then as a bonus action, she's going to. Actually, no, she'll just end her turn there.
Cool.
So, what does charm do to me? Do I have to do anything, or am I just incapacitated for now?
So, at the end of your turns, you can make another saving throw. But like
But
charmed,
otherwise, he doesn't want me to do anything.
well, charmed isn't mind control. You just see that creature as like your best friend, effectively. Like you wouldn't harm him, you wouldn't take like any negative actions towards him, but you wouldn't like do anything outside your character other than that. So you can yeah. What would you do? What would Orgok do in that case?
You'd block the door.
No, I think he probably wouldn't really move. He's a bit confused what's happening.
Cool.
If he just sees you guys run off.
Yeah, so he, if that's your turn, it is back down to the core
Do
emissary.
I make a con save at the end of that?
Yes. Or a wisdom, sorry, isn't it? No, con.
Con.
Yeah,
12.
unfortunately, you're still charmed. Okay, that's his turn. Lucian, it's you.
I'm going to move 30, and then I'm going to dash as a bonus action. I'm going to assume he went up. So what's that? That's another 30 to there. And I can't see him at all. So I will just end my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold my action of my crossbow. That's it.
Cool. It's now you, Ray.
She's going to move forward. So she just gets to there, and she's going to conjure elementals. So she's going to spells. Sorry, how do I put this into the chat? Sorry, now first. Just take a sec. Yep, so I'll use Conjure Elemental.
What are you bringing forth?
Sorry, this is different to the one I'm seeing on tools. So
Yeah,
I'll
because
just move that down
yours is conjure minor elemental or something, isn't it? Lesser elemental. This is conjure elemental, which is a different spell.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it's minor elemental. So
Yeah.
I'm going to summon 8 steam methods.
Cool. Let me get that up. Yes, baby. Oh god. Here we go. Are they within 5 feet of you?
Does it say actually? It's within 90 feet, so I would conjure them at the end of the hall that I can see.
Okay. Bear with me a second. Lily, stop being a pain.
You did that very fast.
Did I
And
take your
I'll-
initiative?
Yeah, and I'll just tell them to just chase down your man.
Okay. And they can move. How far? Actually, I
They
can.
can fly 30 foot.
Okay. 1, 2. Cool. That's their turn.
Are they in reach of attacking, or they can't attack their this turn?
No, they are not, unfortunately. But I do see the emissary. They would shout back, "We see him!"
So yeah, I'll get him to chase him down and fuck him up.
Cool. It is now. Zach, your turn. You know what to do, homeboy. Make that con save. Hey, you're still charmed. It's now back to the core emissary.
So what, Emissary Jack?
What? Okay, and we are going back to ominous music as he has successfully left the dungeon.
I knew we shouldn't have opened that up. Like, for fuck's sake.
The charm would fade on you, Zach, after about another 45 seconds.
You had to see what was behind the door, didn't he?
You interacted with it before, so you should have known how it would react more than I would.
I think the last time you guys actually spoke to the emissary, you tried to slam the door in its face as it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll burn that bridge when it comes to it. So we'll move through. See what else we can fuck up while we're here. As Jack, I'm actually going to cast Dark Vision on myself because it is very annoying not being able to see.
Yes, cool.
Thanks.
Oh, lovely. I can't actually interact with your sheet. Love that. Let's try that again. Night vision. Oh, here we go.
Having seen the creature, would I have recognised it?
Make another wisdom with advantage.
Fingers crossed.
Potentially. You've seen, as I say, you've been there a long time, and you've seen a lot of weird shit. It does bear some vague similarities to some of the more odder stuff, even the more fringe stuff for you, that you saw while in the Astral Sea. But again...
But not enough to be confident.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you've come across, like... Yeah, I mean, you was there a long time.
Alright, let's see what else we can...
Which
or
was
damage we could do.
we need to still walk down the correct corridor?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember which corridor it was?
It was the top one, wasn't it?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was the top one. It was definitely the top one.
Lead the way, small man.
And as you walk down that corridor, Lucin, you successfully get to the other side.
Yeah, we all die.
Yeah.
It wasn't this room, was it? No, this wasn't where we wanted to go.
Where's we want to go?
No, it was up, weren't it? It was.
Yeah, we were going to go to the weird things we were told not to open. That we're definitely going to go and open now.
Oh no, we're not going to open them. We're definitely not going to open them.
We may as well just make more problems, right?
Yeah. There isn't anything else here. I'm just like running around the map. There's no.
Wait.
doors.
Stop. Zach, stop.
What's
As you enter this room, Jordan, you're still moving. You're all of you are still moving.
I thought you meant Zach just stopped. Sorry.
No. So I am going to put you over here, and you're going to go down here.
What have I done? Am I triggered a trap because I'm so large?
As you enter this room, that was covered in the, as you remember, the mummified corpses of members of the company of the Bronze Lion, you see this almost spectral force emanate from their body. And they start to take form. These spectral forces start out as blue, but towards the center you see their coloration becomes more purple until there's a vivid bright red in their chest cavity. The eyes almost shades of ruby as these spectral warriors unearth themselves from these corpses. They will get a surprise round. Let me... if everyone would like to roll initiative.
Oh god.
Nice. So Sword Race will go first. I mean, the spectral spirits will go
Nailing
first.
it today.
Yeah. He's going to come up and he's going to use his bonus action to give himself advantage.
Cool.
On his strike. So that's a 19.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Nice. This one's going to come up. Do the same. 19 again. Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
This one's going to come. Do the same. Misses. This one's going to come up. Gets advantage. Oh, sorry. That's a wrong attack. Misses. This one's going to come up. Gets advantage. Hits. You take 15 points of slashing damage as this cold spectral blade, seemingly not even obeying any sort of material laws, just passes through your arm and you feel this cold, icy pain in your chest. This one's going to come up and do the same. Hits you for a 25 and deals 12 points of damage. That is the surprise round over. So now it is back to them. One of them is going to come at with you with a longsword. Misses. Advantage. 21. Does that hit?
Yes.
Does 22 points of damage as once more you feel another spike and a sharp pain enter through your chest. One's going to do the same. That's a crit. So that is 27 points of damage. And then, so that's where. Another hit, you take 19 points of damage, and the last one crits, and you take 30 points of damage.
I was down before the crit.
Okay, no, that makes sense. It is now your turn, Ray.
Cool. I will head down here, and then I can head to here, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Do I get skipped because I was top of it?
Oh, you did actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I'm only going to move anyway, but so. And then another 30. I will cast Crimson Riot as my bonus action actually. And that's me done. I'm just gonna. Whoops, wrong one. 1 damage. That's my turn.
Nice. Cool. Okay. It's back to you now, John.
And again, I'll move 30, and then as a bonus action dash, so 2, 2, 2. I'll wait just there, actually. And that's my turn.
Okay, right.
So it's 10, 15. So I'm going to dash. I don't even know where he is actually, but okay. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. It's now you, Jordan.
10, 20, 30, and then I'll dash as a bonus action, so 10, and I'll just stay behind Ray.
Cool. Right.
10. Was it in here? Can I hear any noises or anything that will help me?
You can make a perception check, but that you wouldn't be able to dash.
Yeah. Perception. 18.
Yes, from your acute sort of senses when you initially heard the sound, it would have been more towards the north.
So I'll head here, and that is the end of my turn.
Cool, Jordan.
I'll follow him behind.
Yep. It is now you, Ray.
And I'm going to dash to. Yeah. And that's the end of my turn this time.
Okay.
I'll dash just behind where Ray is. Oh, actually, I'll stay here.
Okay.
It's my go. I'll cast Healing Spirit on Orgok. I'll take a 1d6.
No effect.
Does he get up? Sorry, Zach. I fucking suck.
No.
I look around for anything else to fight as the Healing Spirit is over him.
Nothing. It's an empty room. The floor littered with the bodies of the deceased from millennia ago.
That sucks. Sorry.
I mean, if the healing's not worked, is there any point checking his? Like, can I check him over to see if he's definitely dead, or if it's some sort of enchantment or something, or?
Yeah. So how are you doing this?
That's a good question. Just checking him over, checking for signs of life, checking for pulse, checking for anything.
Yep. Make a medicine check. Yeah, if there's one person in the company who is well acquainted with death, it would be you, Jordan. This creature is definitely dead.
Thanks for today's session, guys. What does it look like that killed him? Was it like?
Make a perception check.
Where's my character sheet gone? Sorry, it's up there. Crit.
You don't know. Not a wound on him.
Are all the bodies scattered literally around him?
Yeah.
We were in here before, weren't we?
You were?
I mean, I'm guessing it was all the bodies if they're literally all scattered around him. I mean, I take it we'll have to try and drag him out and see if we can get someone to resurrect him.
I can't. Just just so
Alright.
you know. But yeah, we'll go up and speak to Major, see if he has any ideas.
Cool. So as you guys are now moving back, towards the surface, you spend a good, what, I'd say probably close to an hour trying to drag this body, like inch by inch.
And say we drag him. I think we would probably leave him there. We won't be able to.
No, you would. It'd just
Right.
take, a few
Alright.
minutes. Let's say a few minutes. And then you would, come back up and place him on one of these tables. As you do so, you do notice a individual speaking to Rambles on the other side of the room. He seems to be a very well-kempt human. You see he has like a very thick, full hair that's kind of swept back. The sides are kept quite short. He's wearing long, dark robes of like a deep grey, sort of accentuated with like gold, almost like threads that crisscross above it. Very sort of fine, wearing materials. And looks over at you, and you can see Rambles turn to you, Mother, and say, the wizard that you sent for, ma'am, he's finally arrived. I forgot that Shade and yourself did actually arrive. So should we just send him back? And he kind of looks at you and just smiles, quite kind in the face.
Hi. Thank you for coming. I believe the original task you were sent to come for was to help me come back from the astral plane, but I was
Yes, I'm more
able
successful
to-
than I could have anticipated in that regard. You are welcome.
but yeah, with the help of a couple of kind people here, that I was able to make it back from the astral sea, not without some heartache. How I know you're quite very powerful in divination magic. How is your restoration?
I mean, it's not something that I typically have to spend too much time on, but I'm, maybe I'm just being modest. I am quite good, but
Mm.
depends on the task. I assume this would be what you are referring to.
This big guy that we just dragged into the room.
Mhm.
Just about an hour ago, we were down in our cellars. It looks like there's a material down there. We couldn't find traces of it, but they made short work of him, unfortunately.
Ah, Hydroon. I see. It would be a shame to let him pass on to the other side. There are only a small amount of these left. That being said, though, the means of which I would bring him back are quite extreme, even powerful magic. So you see, I'm not a cleric or a paladin, and these services do not come cheap.
I'm aware the cost may be quite high.
I don't think you are.
How much would it cost?
How about a favor?
Sure. We end up doing a lot of favors for this sort of thing.
Mm.
It's kind of how we do our business. It
And
seems.
I will remind you once before I do, I guess, revive your friend. This is a favor that you will not be able to turn down. If I call for you, I expect you to come.
And I believe we're to owe you this favor anyway, for my return. So instead it'd be for.
There's one thing
Ogre.
going to the astral sea. This is something else entirely.
I thought this would be easier.
No.
No. So what spell are you taking? Is it not just a? I am aware of. What's the word? Sorry. Resurrection magic. Is this not?
For a druid, maybe. For a cleric, of course. And for a paladin, absolutely. But for a wizard, there is only one spell which can bring someone back from the embrace of death, and that is Wish.
Hmm. Let me speak to my lieutenant, if you please.
Of course. And he turns.
Have you been seen too? For I chummed like drink and all that kind of stuff for food.
Oh yes, don't worry about me.
I go up to Shade and I say, what are options? I feel like I owe Orgok after he helped me come back from the astral plane, but a wish spell is life altering. Yeah, universe altering nearly. Do we have any
Yeah,
other options?
I say maybe it may be worth trying to get in touch with a cleric or someone along them lines instead. If we do it quickly. Like I said, the wish is quite a large spell, but if it's the only way, then it's the only way.
How are you, Zach? You're muted, are you?
No, I'm very dead. Stay quiet.
Uh,
So he could always teleport us somewhere, I'm assuming. If we knew of a location somewhere else that he could be revived.
At that point, he actually does speak up, and he's like, "Sorry, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but that reminds me that this place is absolutely dreadfully protected against any sort of arcane assault. This might stop an army or four, but a single wizard could probably destroy this place in a couple of hours. I would probably invest in some protection such as teleportation circles and forbidden spells, save you the hassle."
aye, yeah. Something we
Brick
can
and
talk about soon, Stephen.
yeah, brick and mortar's all well and good, but a single, as I say, a single wizard could wipe this place off the map without even really much of a second thought.
Something we need to work on then. I
Mm.
appreciate your guidance. How is your divination magic for traveling to cities? I'm trying to think of where. Do I have the map up? He is a wizard from Trek, isn't he?
Yes.
Herhausen would have a cleric, I'm sure. Jack, how like we're in the world, so we would kind of know more about how resurrection stuff work because it is just it's not that high level of a spell.
Or anything
Uh,
above a minute is like it gets exponentially crazier above a minute. Like what your cast, like your reincarnate spell is like mid tier. Like by the time you got to like a Herhausen, it would be like, you know, way above that.
is there anything below like reincarnate is 10 days and you change race?
And that's a druid spell.
Is there anything below that or?
There is stuff below that, of course, but by then that would be like a moot point. Like it would not work.
Yeah, resurrection 7th level, and it consumes 1,000 gold.
Right. Well,
How big is the wish? Can we say? Can we bring back all companions we have lost in the last week? How
yes,
big is the wish?
I am not willing to do that for the obvious variables of the wish spell. You see, if my wish isn't completely and absolutely gridlock perfect, the untold consequences of making such a frivolous demand of reality will come to bite us in the behind quite quickly.
And what is the material cost for your spell that you'll need from us?
Oh, the material cost, there's none. But
Just a favor.
you must understand, I'm putting reality at risk, bringing your friend back.
I understand. It's only been dead an hour.
Mm-hmm. Your mother says with a massive smile on her face. Anyway, the time has come. If I'm to use this or not,
I do it. Yeah, we'll owe you the favor.
that shall be done. Please have you and your men leave the room.
And I get everyone to move out.
Zach, what was Orgok's last thoughts as he passed over to the other side?
Probably just, thoughts back to a very, very long time ago in the summer festivals near his clan's ground, spending time with his people and his friends. And then just before it all turns to black, it would be a vision of kind of the elder gods. And then black.
And then light, as you were staring up at the ceiling of this great hall. The man next to you, as I just described, in a very different state. You can see he has one hand on the table steadying himself, and he's slowly slipping towards the floor. He falls.
I'll do my. How fresh am I feeling? Am I also feeling horrendous, or?
You're feeling bad, but in the state of becoming back to life, this is probably the most pleasant way, and the only way actually that you can come back to life without actually suffering modifiers to your con.
Oh, okay. Well then I will.
Like, it's
help
an excruciating, transformative experience being brought back to life in any other sort of capacity.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'll get up and, I guess, putting 2 and 2 together, I'll help steady the man.
Okay.
Help get up.
Yeah, make a dexterity, I guess, with advantage.
Oh god, still gonna fail.
Yeah, it's not a graceful sort of you stop him from falling. It's more like he hits your iron hand on the way down, and you manage to sort of tilt him onto it.
A few points of laying hands onto him to try and steady him and make him feel a bit more back up.
He's unconscious.
And the lay of hands and bring him back to consciousness, healing him.
He's not dying, but he's just unconscious.
Oh. Then I will gently lay him on the table, not really sure what's happening.
Can we come back in, or is it are we still outside?
Yeah, you'd still be outside. It's not like a Wish is very it's hard to explain, but effectively when you cast a spell, it's something along the lines of, I wish I was rich, but
Yeah.
And then other spells where you see arcane glyphs appearing and massive sort of effects, it's very sort of quiet in that regard. So what are you doing, Zach?
What room am I in, sorry?
You're in the Great Hall. You was on the table.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, he's not here.
Yeah, then he's on the table now. And I'll are they outside the main bit?
Yeah.
Then I'll head to the main door and attempt to look for help.
Yeah, and you should go outside. You see all the men that were gathered in the hall waiting there. Silence.
Yes. Kind of looking confused at why everyone's standing there. We need help. This man's unconscious.
Probably best to get him somewhere to rest.
So I'll come in and say, you gotta be careful, Orgok. It's a material plane. You didn't last very long here. Barely under a day.
It's like an end-level raid boss character going to Tutorial Island and getting downed.
Yeah, basically.
You said it. You said you'd cleared dungeon. I wasn't expecting traps.
But we're even though from
My
you helping me
closest.
here and us owing us a huge favor to a very powerful wizard for bringing you back from death.
Seems I'm also in his debt.
He's just
And I tap
loudly
him on his
snoring
arm.
on the table.
Yeah. I just asked meant to bring him somewhere. Well, would he pick up the wizard? Is that rude?
I mean, he's unconscious. He's not going to know.
Okay, he's
One of the
unconscious.
beds in the halls.
Yeah, give him the
Is-
finest bed.
Fucking mother's reaction. Is that rude? Also, mother. I should try.
And I'll say to Rambles to get a stout hammer working on a nice big lock for those dungeons. Let's seal them up for quite a while yet. They're nothing but trouble.
It'll be done, Mom.
What happened with the cell? Don't remember much of anything that happened.
We just heard some heard you dying, basically. So we came to rush you. We couldn't see anything. We saw some bodies around you, but something we'll have to clear. They might only attack when you're alone, possibly in the room. But we couldn't see. But you should go rest up. I'm not sure if we have much of a bed big enough for you, but we'll take it easy for the day. But yeah. Every time we go down to the dungeon, we just lose and lose and lose.
A PC member dies.
Yeah.
Literally.
Man. Cool. So what's everyone
I'm
doing?
ready to roll up my next character there.
Yeah.
I've got the ill rigger opened up when I was reading through.
As everyone sort of goes along, to their various compartments, you see, a group of men who are moving the wizard come over. You see Envoy Hansel. He's like, oh, Otto. He's Scottish now. You kind of grab him and direct him towards his quarters. Once more, Rambles comes up to you and says, ma'am, I think we need to appoint a new chronicler. Lots of stuff is going on here, and there'll be a war in a few days. We have never been in active combat without having such a person be appointed. I think this is quite, getting to the stage now that we're overdue for such a person.
So Major, I say, is Major in the room? The hippo?
No, he wouldn't be.
I'll find someone as well. I'll leave it with me, and I'll go and go find Major.
chronicler? Orgok interrupts.
I'll say to Orgok. So a chronicler is someone who just doesn't do any action, just writes about what we do. Keeps everything in tow. So it sounds like Major might be a good person. He likes to stay out of the action.
At this point, Synonym will speak up. It's like, actually, ma'am, that is factually incorrect. Most often, Chronicler is actually on the front lines.
I never liked that poet guy. I always thought he was a bit lazy.
No, I mean, Poet
bit
was
too
just
topical.
very old. He was quite successful in his trade, but back in his day, he was at the front of the company.
I spent all my time in the plains recording events, so perhaps I could chronicle for you, at least for the time being.
Yourself, yeah.
Have
If
you actually?
feel like you...
No, sorry, if I don't. Ignore me.
If you feel like you could be chronicler, I'll be. I think that would be great. I guess.
Seems to make sense.
Have you?
Our book is quite small. Just to let you know, I ask someone to go and bring
Fucking
the
massive
chronicle.
codex for you guys in like a small pocketbook in my hand.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Have you described your horns before, Zach?
Not in great detail.
Hmm.
Why is that?
No, I was just wondering.
Always makes you uncomfortable when you say stuff like that.
Cool. Zach, if you want to give yourselves the bonuses of the Chronicler.
Oh, and Jordan, you get a
What are the
because you're a
bonuses
lieutenant, you get like an
of
extra
the
proficiency and a cool skill.
Good. You have given out a lot of favors recently, Ray.
How many?
A lot. To very powerful people as well.
What was the favors? So there's just this one. Well, I've only been in the last day, so who else have I given a favor to?
The gift for Rick and the Astral Sea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's a big one as well.
And also, I think Lith wanted something returned, didn't he? Or
Well,
was that because we helped him?
yeah, that's because you helped him take the
Okay.
well.
Sorry, oh, he was going to help us, is it?
No, like
Yeah.
you owe him one because he pointed you in a direction to get you back to the material plane.
Oh yeah.
At least you repaid one. What was the Chronicler's bonus? Can't
Like
find
his
it.
ability. God, I'd have to find that as well. It would if you control F it in Discord, it should come up really. Search Chronicler. So once per encounter, you can quote a passage in the Chronicle to inspire another member of the company on an attack, skill check, or saving throw.
Oh.
So what's everyone doing?
Nothing. So nothing bad can happen. Because yeah, I think we'll just take it. I know that there's a war coming, I suppose, but like I know like we want to get the units up and that kind of stuff, which we're not doing kind of in this session. But that's kind of what we'll be doing. We'll be staying put for the week or two, just.
Okay. Well, there's not too long left of today's session actually. So what we can do is just end the actual game a little bit early and just try and figure out what sort of units you want to write. Get that sort of thing.
Do you roll for that, or do you?
Yeah, it's one of your skills that you have operating. So, is there anything else that I wanted to speak about today's session? Just before I forget, let me just quickly check my notes. I think that's it. Unless you guys wanted to do anything else. Oh, your baby's name, Ray.
I like the one you sent me. Maeve is good.
Mm.
So I'll stick it as Maeve.
Cool. And that is where we'll end today's session.